Welcome back to Two Brothers Comics. My mustache and I would like to welcome you to the comic book Babble-On, the first one of the new year. Hit the like button while this plays. Stay tuned. Yep, I did that. We're live.
Oh, we're live. Nick, I must ask you a question.
Go ahead, mustache. Let's get
Oh
this
my gosh, I cannot believe this dude is doing this. You know, that camera doesn't have too good of a focus up that close.
You got to understand how zoomed in I have this digitally.
Yeah, because you're... Oh, it's the digital zoom? Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing it on OBS. Yeah. Anywho, you're right. Look, it grows this way, guys. I don't shave it. Don't worry. But we're gonna.
People have been questioning your mustache lately.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't understand.
Hey, Todd Boyden, bro, we ain't seen the Boyden brothers in a long time.
All right, and we're back. We're back to being normal. That was the difference between, like, you got to understand. I was sitting like this, and I had it zoomed in. It just wasn't a thing. It wasn't working. Oh, I'm stuck.
Sorry to skip ahead in the chat, but I saw Tosh in there. I'm like, we haven't seen Tosh and what was his brother's name?
Tosh and Nosh and Josh.
Yeah, we haven't seen those guys in a long time. I was actually thinking about them the other day. Literally, I was driving down the road and I was like, I wonder what those guys are up to, man. Like, did the
winning championship
take off and they just went worldwide with their lacrosse team? Like, I was literally thinking about them the other day. Just popped in my head.
I was close. Well, guys, this is a brand new year. Justin Birch is back with us. You know, he really just wanted to show up to complain about some things.
Yeah.
I want to complain about everything.
That's my job, okay? And if I can't have that, then I don't have anything.
Oh, man. Well, Dustin.
We can both complain.
Well, Dustin, that's a good point. Say hello to everybody in the chat. I'm going to share this out.
All right. Just don't share it on Instagram. We need to keep the big news on top first and foremost, first thing seen. Because man, if you guys knew how much we had riding on this. So we got brand new YouTuber, White Tiger, Cool Calm, and Collected. My man Ruben is throwing down over on his YouTube channel. I got a few things of his in my watch later. Been excited to check out his stuff. I did start listening to one of the chats that he had going on this week, so that was really cool. Make sure you guys go check out my man Ruben, big supporter of tons of YouTubers here in the community. So definitely want to give big shout outs to my man. If somebody's got a link to drop for him, go ahead and drop that link for him. Chris Barrett, what is going on? The most
hold on, guys. I'm trying to share this and I almost hit share. So I go, the Babble-On is back with some big juice tonight. I was trying to type news. I almost hit share. Oh, that's funny.
Oh my God, Nick. Okay.
Sky's Pop would not be happy with me.
Chris Barrett, the most controversial member of the 9.2 crew, hanging out. What's going on, bud? 2-time, 3-time, 4-time Slabby Award winner. Gotta make sure we give him all his accolades. He gets upset if we don't do that. Big Beans, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well, Corey. That's a real honcho mustache. I don't know what a honcho is, but again, good to see you, man. Nick, know who Gigi Allen is? Probably not.
I do not.
Nah, not sure. Cannabis and Comics, what's going on? How are you doing? James Sovic.
Look, let's give a huge.
Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger says on Jingle Bells, you're my number one customer. Big shout out to James. Big shout out to James for being the first purchaser of a Two Brothers Comics exclusive of Image Comics. We're going to talk about that later. I'm not even going to get all into it right now. We're not going to talk about that we have an exclusive for the biggest title Image is putting out this year, which is the 30th year anniversary year of Image Comics on top of everything else. We're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about it tonight, though. Alan, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Ryan, don't know if I hit you in here yet. We got Brian Clark hanging out. What's going on, man? CJ, what's up, man? We were talking about you at the shop today. How about that Cobra Kai? I know they're going to talk Bobble Jet at some point. So,
Oh my God, Boba Fett.
After they do that, I'm going to talk a little Cobra Kai. I got a little catch in my throat. Comics with Maddie and Daddy. What's going on? Thanks for popping in, hanging out. My man Randy from Legal Burning, the absolutely most talented and underrated, undernoticed.
No, dude, he's
not
massive.
getting enough praise and notice and coverage. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but the man should be running the world at this point with his talent. It's unbelievable. One of my comic book goals this year is to finally get one of those beautiful Legal Burning covers done. Let's see. Mars Comics, how are you doing? What's going on? Thanks for jumping in, my man. Empire, what's going on? My man is up on all of that nostalgic 80s, 90s comics that I love. I'm telling you, he's got the best hauls in the whole game because he's got the hauls that I love to watch.
Hey,
what's going on, Greg? Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Ours is cool. I mean, we weren't actually on the cover like you were. I mean, I'll throw that out there, but it's a pretty sweet cover. It is pretty sweet.
Should we talk about the DC thing yet?
Huh?
The DC thing?
No, let's not talk about the DC thing yet.
Just hold that one.
Yeah, we're gonna hold on to that. Y'all thought it was it?
Back pocket that one.
Oh, they must have thought the DC exclusive was it when I've been posting encryptic messages for months now. And the
image exclusive.
Something's coming. Get ready. It's about to happen. They were probably expecting the DC thing because we were posting DC encryptic messages. Well, the DC, the whole thing with the DC is I'll go ahead and tell you guys right now. My wife bought me an iPad for Christmas. I'm all iPadded up now, and I have been reading the piss out of some DC and some Batman, and it just had me excited. So that is or isn't the only major, huge, exclusive DC news we have. Maybe. Yeah. You guys just have to stay tuned. Make sure you're following on Instagram.
We also have some other things and whatnot to talk about at some point.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of stuff to talk about and whatnot, but we're just gonna have to DC that down and whatnot. Guys, we got a lot. I told y'all. I put a message up. What it said? We ain't even started yet. We took some time off, rejuvenated the batteries. I've already knocked out a couple of my goals for 2022. The new camera's coming. I got a couple books knocked off the list that y'all are going to see soon already. I got books coming back from CGC. The wheels are in motion. Justin's already back. I mean, he said 3 words yet, but at least we got the man sitting here. All right. I mean, the light's hitting that forehead like a spotlight. You see every sweat bullet dripping down his face. I'm telling y'all, Two Brothers Comics is on the road. Where are we gonna stop?
Probably. Oh man,
we're taking over, man. We're taking over.
Just out of curiosity, how much do we need in super chats for me to shave my beard and send the hair to Nick so he could have a real beard?
You suck all kinds of butt, Justin. Hey, how about you take that Christmas tree down? Huh? It's not even Christmas anymore.
Hey, mine's still up in the living room, bro.
Yeah, we have 3 in the house still. Lights.
My man Chris, the creator of Chaos. What's going on, man? Eli Gunther, what's going on? So yeah, we took some time off.
Joker said you guys were quitting. Look,
who said that?
About it twice.
Who said that?
Ryan. Did you already say hey to Austin LeMay?
where is this chat keeps jumping on me?
Austin
I didn't.
LeMay.
Austin LeMay, there he is.
Empire.
What's going on, bud? Hope you're doing
Beans.
well.
Thank you,
Austin
boss.
LeMay's got a YouTube channel. He's got subscribers. I haven't.
What up,
looked
Chaos?
to see if he's put out content yet, but
Who?
Austin LeMay, he's got a YouTube channel, bro.
Yes. Well, he promised if he got like a certain number of subscribers, which he hit in like a day, that he would start doing
Yeah.
stuff.
There was also someone else in the community that promised something massive if they hit a certain subscriber count, and they did, and then they disappeared. They were a better magician than Nick.
That's funny.
But yeah, we did think about quitting several times. We mulled it over. We talked about it, and we decided to take a break because everyone probably didn't notice it, but we were, I know it's not midnight, but we were busting ass last year, all year long.
Yep.
All year long. And it really starts to take a toll on you. It really does. But we're back. I can't speak for these other two guys, but I don't know what happened. I am ready to just get it. I'm ready to get after this year. And we are going to make some absolutely subpar content and hope that we get major above par views and can do some awesome things. So we already got the exclusive. We'll talk about that now. Ramsey, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well, bro. So we got the exclusive. Nick, show them the cover, the exclusive cover.
Boom. And we're not going to talk about this all night, guys.
No. We're just going to talk about it for a few minutes right now, and then we're going to move on to the regularly scheduled programming that you all know.
Talking some mad schmack.
All right, so this exclusive cover is for Supermassive. This is Image Comics. Okay, well, thanks a lot. We appreciate that.
What? Appreciate what?
You're next.
What happened?
Anyway, so Supermassive.
Hold on, what happened?
Look in the comments, dude. You're next says subpar content would be a great improvement.
Oh, I think they're just being funny. But if not, that's, I think it's funny. I would say something like that.
Right?
I think it was a funny comment.
So Supermassive, this is going to be a big one-shot. It's an oversized one-shot. So cover price on this is going to be $5.99. And this is bringing in 2 new heroes to pair with the already popular Radiant Black, written by Kyle Higgins, which is fantastic. Kyle Higgins is an outstanding writer. Love his stuff. And so this is going to be our exclusive cover for it. We partnered with my local comic shop, Syndicate Comics and Collectibles, and my buddy Deegan up there. This is his first published art, and he has absolutely knocked it out of the park. You guys can check the link in the description to go and make purchases here. We have 10 copies that will have a signature and remark available only.
And they're almost already sold out.
They are almost already sold out. You can add $5. So for $25, you can get a signed copy, and for $20, you will get your exclusive. So we have 500 available. Once those are gone, that is it. That is it. They will they're on sale right now, and this book comes out February 2nd. So make sure you guys check this out. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Flo DeMarin. Congrats on the exclusive, man. Appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
There's 2 first appearances in this book, and Image is really wanting to build off of this title and this team to create their own superhero universe. So this is like getting in on the ground floor of their new groundbreaking superhero universe that Image is wanting to build right here in the year of their 30th anniversary. So we were super excited about this. We've been wanting to do an exclusive for a minute, but we wanted to definitely back something that we believed in and that we thought was going to be something really cool for everybody. So that, we don't want you guys just buy the exclusive just because it's us. We want you to have something that's going to actually be cool, something's going to pay off, something's going to have some meat on it. So hopefully everybody enjoys this, and we sell out by Wednesday. That'd be awesome.
Yep. And again, it's going to be trade dress cover. I made that very clear in the posting, but yeah. Exclusive trade dress.
I
Right.
know you're next. I was trying to like play it off with some dry humor, and it didn't really work.
Well, I was confused. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny.
Well, I'm not saying I didn't. I was saying I was trying to play it off with dry humor, and obviously that didn't come across to you. And
No.
so that was my bad, but all good. All good. We're gonna get the year going right now. Brand new year. It's Two Brothers Comics back. We're starting right now. So but yeah, Deegan did a great job on that. You guys can go to our Instagram and see where we've tagged him and go look at his other art. He sells prints out the yin yang. Nick has fallen in love with some of his artwork as well as I have. You know, once I showed Nick, he was like, wow. Nick actually even got a signed print for Christmas that Deegan did of Invincible. That was fantastic. But this guy's going to end up blowing up on cover art. I'm telling you guys, he is fantastic. So anyway, that's all we have for that. Let's jump in and talk about, let's see, what do we got here? I don't even remember how to do this. Let's see. Let's do.
Corey, I'm reading it now.
That wasn't. Nope, that's not it.
We're getting closer.
I don't
Hey.
see the new pickups. Oh,
Hey,
here we go. Hold on.
What's happening?
There we go. New pickups.
Good
Hey,
God.
Remember more of that subpar content that we were promising?
This is Dustin's fault. I was trying to read a text.
Warlord, what's going on? Sean, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to
I don't
the
know
show.
why I didn't get the notification. Ask
Brian
Dustin. I haven't been
Clark.
getting notifications all week.
Yeah,
He'd
don't
be
know.
texting me and I'd just be ignoring him. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I think I've actually muted notifications because I had to do that on Instagram. Anyways, what are we doing? Are we doing pickups? Are we
Brian
doing-
said, "Am I having a stroke?" Nope, I just couldn't find the new pickups video. Sorry.
Are we doing new pickups? Can I go first?
Sure, go ahead.
Awesome. Make me large and in charge.
Okay.
And big in me, as Josh Olive says.
And big in you.
Nope.
Whoa,
that's not-
look at that forehead.
Whatever. This will work. You can see my mustache. It's right there. All right. First off, we have Dragon Ball Super 5.
Yuck.
And then we have Dragon Ball Super 7.
Ooh.
And then we have Dragon Ball Super 11.
Ooh.
And then we have Dragon Ball Super 12.
Nick, I upgraded my water jug that you bought us, dude.
Jesus. And then we have Dragon Ball Super 13. I love that cover.
I like the way this is going.
Dragon Ball Super 15. This is my
Yeah.
favorite cover.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Super 14, but I don't know why. That actually doesn't make any sense to me in the story, if I'm being honest. But
I don't. Yeah. Have you read it yet?
111.
Have you read it yet?
Yes, I have. I have indeed, and then I have these two, which are just fill-ins because Right Stuff just got them in 9 and 26. Here's where we get to the comic books, guys. Bone. Yep, my first comic book I ever read was Bone before I realized what comic books were. I got a trade, and my wife got me this for Christmas.
Awesome. Dude, I saw a first print, like a 9.0 sell on Instagram for like 8 G's, man.
Dang it. Oh, Lord. All right, so this was a good one to get in. The Darth Vader Omnibus. Super pumped. Y'all know I've been looking for this one for a while.
Oh, you finally got it. Is that the one you keep telling me I should read?
Yes, but this is actually the new printing, which I'm totally happy with. Dustin's Omnibus should come in this week. It was shipped.
Which means I'll get it in 3 weeks.
No, because I paid premium shipping for you.
Is it coming here?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was coming to you.
It might be coming to me. I don't know. I thought it was
It's
coming
coming
to
to you.
I get confused. So this is Invincible 6. I don't know if I showed this off already, but I'm going to complete this year.
That's
This
the
was
beat
supposed-
up one.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the less than perfect from. Man, I hate to do it, and I know they'd fix it, but it's not worth it because I didn't pay enough for it. But Organic Price Books is where I buy all my omnibus from, and he listed it as a bad copy, but that's a little rough. That's a little rough, is all I'm going to say. But it's fine. It's fine. And then I bought this Organic Price book. Showed up great. The other omnibus was too. Spawn Compendium 2. So I think that's all I bought since last time we've spoken. I did get the box set of Dragon Ball in.
Jay, did you get anything?
Yes, he did.
I did. I got stuff. All right, Nick. So you started out with manga, so I guess I will too. Dragon Ball Super 15 just came out this week.
Oh my God! Please stop.
Blue Giant also came out this week. Yeah.
Not read that one.
And finally, big thank you to Nick. We got Vagabond number 10. This completes my entire Vagabond set. This is the last book I needed. So I now have all 12 volumes.
There you go.
Which is crazy. Like some of these volumes sell for like $100 by themselves. It's just stupid right now.
Yeah. What was the other thing I sent you not too long ago? Oh, Spy X Family 2. That's what it was.
Yeah, Spy X Family 2. Okay, so are we doing our weekly books right now?
Yeah, man.
All right, weekly books. Bonsai number 4.
Love Bone.
Marjorie Finnegan number. I don't even know what number that is. 8. The Fourth Man number 1. Not All Robots number 5. Big AWA week this week, huh? Shang-Chi number 7. Ordinary Gods number 6. This is the Noctera special.
Blacktop Bill.
Yes. Frontiersman number 4.
What up, comic addicts?
Amazing Spider-Man number 72. I'm missing 70 and 72. I found 72, so I think 70 is here somewhere in all of this, but God only knows. Amazing Spider-Man 84.
I'll be reading that at some point in the next 6 months.
X-Men number 6. You'll probably read it before I do.
Probably.
Thor number 20. Apparently this is something.
So stupid.
We're gonna talk about that.
Dr. Aphra 17.
By the way, Family Trees was apparently optioned from Image, so if you have the number 1s, you're a millionaire. You don't have Jeff Lemire's Image Family Tree? You stink.
No, I don't.
I think I sold mine to Nosh, or gave them to him.
Detective 1047. Batman 119.
Oh, that was badass.
And Inferno number 4. So that was like the weekly shop pickups. I had a pretty good mail call this week. Starting with way back in November, at the end of November, a comic shop did an Instagram live sale. I bought a book. They finally shipped it like New Year's Eve. So it took them a while to ship it. To make up for it, they threw in some extra books. If you've watched the 2022 goals video, you know that I've said that this is the year of the spider. So these were the free books they threw in. I got Amazing Spider-Man 240, Web of Spider-Man 48, and Marvel Tales 133. The book I bought from them is this. It is Amazing Spider-Man 124. First Man Wolf.
Nice.
Okay.
Is that Romita?
I think so, isn't it? It would have to be. It'd have to be. And then I also got some slabs in this week.
Real quick. So how was Frontiersman? CJ wants to know.
I don't know. I haven't read it yet.
Naturally. And then Sean Bowley wants to know, what turtle figures do you have in your background?
So these ones right there, those are the Mondo 1/6 scale turtles.
And they are sweet.
Is that one of the ones you have, Dustin?
No, I've got the NECA quarter scale
That's right.
movie Raphael in Disguise. Comic Addicts, what's going on?
All right. So the slabs I got this week, I wanted to send something in for the George Perez signing, but I didn't want to send in the normal stuff. So I bought a copy of X-Men 112, which he is the cover artist for, with the great Magneto Wolverine cover.
Yep, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's a 9.2. I'll have them press it when he signs it. So hopefully it will stay the grade or maybe go up one.
That's nice.
This was an impulse buy over the weekend. During New Year's weekend, Liz and I were in St. Louis for a wedding. She actually got sick, so we just spent like the entire time in the hotel.
Yeah.
So I impulse bought Spider-Gwen number 24 and a 9.8.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And I got a book back from CGC. I got Tales of Suspense 57 and a 4.5. It's first appearance of Hawkeye.
That's such a wildly undervalued book.
After reading Old Man Logan, I agree.
Oh yeah, we have so much we can talk about now that you're reading stuff.
Yeah, no.
That's a cool book to have, Justin.
Yeah, I legitimately was thinking about selling it or trading it for something. I don't know what, but after watching Hawkeye, I think I kind of want to keep it. I kind of want to hold on to it.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, we'll hit on that a little bit tonight because we're going to talk. We'll probably do a little bit of talking about CGC at some point. So stay tuned for that, man.
Yep, because they just did a price increase.
Are you done, Justin?
I am done.
Okay, cool. So since you guys started out with manga, I got this Nepeg trash here. So I've got this.
Wait a minute.
I don't even know how this got in my room, but I
We
think I'm
bought
just
that
gonna
for-
send this to Justin because I don't want it.
I keep forgetting that's a thing.
Ugh.
I know we
Yeah.
bought that how long ago?
Well before Lexington. I forgot.
It was at Huntsville Con. I bought that for you.
No, it was Atlanta.
Con.
Atlanta. All right, so here we go. I actually have books this week, guys. I know I've been reading a little bit, so I have jumped back on Batman. All the weird stuff seems to be over, and so here we got Batman 119. I did jump back in with 118, and I will tell you guys, I read 118. I was like, okay.
James. Losing his- Oh my god. We bought that for him back at Atlanta Comic Con before
Yeah.
Lexington, and it's just been sitting in Dustin's room for I don't know how long.
Mm-hmm. I got about halfway through this one, and I was like, man, I'm not feeling this. Joshua Williamson's supposed to be great on this. By the time I finished it, I was like, I am 100% back on board with the current Batman title. Holy crap, man, this is going to be good. I can't wait to talk about this tonight.
Until it sucks.
We've got
Oh, that's right. It's Topius. So Comic Addicts rebranded to Topius, or from Topius family.
oh, what's up, Vato?
You're
Mi
so weird.
familia, Vatos Locos.
You make me feel very uncomfortable.
That's my boy, man. He's all about the Pokemans too. Walking Dead issue 29. I finally have gotten to the governor, and oh man, he is way better in the comics. 30. This was a slow issue, but I did read it. I've yet to read these two. I read number 1, but I have not read these yet. They were in my box. So we got Chicken Devil issue number 2 and issue number 3. I liked issue 1. I thought it was good. So I'm interested to see where this storyline goes. Never finished up. Oh, never mind. This is number 3. So I had a copy of number 3. I left it in the bathroom of our hotel at Lexington Comic Con. So I had to purchase another one because it is just such a bad freaking cover. And because I still don't know how to work the pre-orders, I ended up with 3 copies of the second print of number 1 of Never Never, which is cool because guess what? Guess what? Heavy Metal still sucks and has still yet to send me my issue number 1 first print that I paid for about, I don't know, 8 months ago. Still haven't got it. They created a shipping label about a month ago, but it's never been shipped.
Hey, they want to know about Walking Dead 1 if you fast tracked it.
I'll talk about that too because my heart was a little bit broken today when I found out what happened. The
Uh-oh.
Thing, issue number 2, I had to order that Kevin Eastman cover. I mean, Kevin Eastman's never drawn The Thing before, but he did on this and it looked
That is
really
pretty
cool. I haven't read that series. I heard it sucked, and I was like, I'm not even going to bother with it, but I had to have
the
that.
first issue wasn't bad. Tapia said it's always felt uncomfortable when Dustin says it. See, he thinks it's uncomfortable for you. Yeah, it is fake, dude. Please tell me it's fake.
No. The Recount issue number 1, this is the 3rd printing. Apparently, this came out like 2 weeks ago. I had no idea, and I love this series, and if nobody knew about the 3rd print, then who knows what's going to happen with this. So I was excited to grab this because it did just get it's got a writer for the script and everything, so that's pretty cool. Now we're going to get on to some books that I got through the mail. I bought a Power Rangers book. I think it's called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Universe issue number 1, but it's the Gold Zeo Ranger that Austin St. John made. So cool. This is probably top 3 100% Power Rangers costume designs ever, and this variant was just too cool not to get. So I haven't bought a variant in a long time. Now I got these from my buddy Senior Skeffington from Skeff's Comic Knowledge. We have the Trial of Magneto issue number 1. I think this was like a 1 in 25. So
What
we're
up,
gonna send that in.
Nosh?
We're gonna send that in to get graded. Nosh, what's going on, brother? Hope work is going okay. I hope you're feeling better too, man. I also picked up with that one. It was a 2-for-1. We got the Trial of Magneto. This is the Wolverine Comic Tom exclusive. So we can send both of those in to get graded. This is the one I was excited about. This is the C2E2 exclusive for The Walking Dead 27 Deluxe, which is the first appearance of the Governor. And you have the Governor chopping off Rick's hand, and it's a foil,
that's
and
cool.
it's signed. So I got that from Skeff as well. And he threw me in a little freebie, man. He threw me in that a little freebie, a little New York Comic Con exclusive whatnot Canto number 1. So he did throw that in for me too. So that was really cool. So I was really excited about that. I'm sending that in to get graded as well.
One thing I didn't mention is I bought Canto stickers off of Whatnot because I couldn't afford the $1,000 statue. It was bidding up to. So
we tried to get it, didn't we, Nick?
But I bought their sticker pack just to support them.
Right on.
And I meant to show these off if it'll focus. But anyways, these are just really, nice quality stickers.
I had a first print and it came back a 9.0, and I got so upset about it. I sold it to CJ for mega steal. So hopefully this one will come back 9.8 and I'll have a 9.8. Can I take a minute, Nick? Can I have just like
you do whatever you want, man. I'm probably gonna go snooze.
Right. I have some books I want to show you guys. I did pick these up today, but they're also going to be available starting at $1 on my Whatnot sale this Sunday. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing about Whatnot from YouTubers, but I got a lot of people on there that say they don't have LCSs close to them, so they send me stuff that they want me to look for, and now I'm like searching for books to give these people for $1 because I've pretty much sold all my personal collection I was going to sell. So we got a lot of Star Wars here, and I picked out some fantastic covers. So. And I was showing these to my son, and somehow he knows Star Wars characters. He's like, "That's Luke." I was like, "How did you know that? We don't watch Star Wars in this house." So I don't know where he's getting this knowledge, but he knows. So Star Wars 38. I thought this was a cool R2-D2 cover. 36.
Oh, that is cool.
This one looks like Nick when he's bench pressing. Issue 35.
Nobody should screenshot that.
Hagen knew this was the Millennium Falcon.
Millennium.
I thought that was a pretty kick-ass cover, though. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I thought these covers were really cool. Darth Vader, and this stuff right here is just on the bag. This book is flawless, especially for a black cover. I thought that was cool. So Star Wars number 50. We got Star Wars 55. I thought that one was kind of cool looking. Droids number 1. He knew who. What is this guy's name?
It's a BB-8.
Yeah, he knew him. We got C-3PO, issue number 1. Star Wars issue number 4. Another cool Darth Vader cover. We got a Yoda cover. Star Wars 27. Picked up Star Wars 13. Another Vader. I thought this was cool with all the spaceships and stuff. I don't know, Nick, if you know what those are, or Justin.
Good
But
Lord.
that's all the spaceships. This one is really cool, man. Darth Vader in this fire. That is killer looking. And then the last one is 13, and you have the Millennium Falcon again and Darth Vader. So all those are going to be for sale, along with a ton of other stuff, guys. I've got like 50-something issues of Spawn. I've got like 50-something issues of Silver Surfer. We've got a first Rhino starting at $1, first Falcon starting at $1, Cap 109 starting at $1. This guy's going up starting at $1. So if you're not following us on Whatnot, go check us out on Whatnot. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this Sunday. I am going all the way off on Whatnot, and hope to see you guys there. Everything starts at $1 when I put it up. So as long as I'm not selling stuff that's my local comic shops, because I do that for them as well, because they take care of me and give me good deals so I can give them to you. So I do a sell for them every now and then. Now, you did talk about the George Perez signing. You said, oh, I don't want to send something everybody else is going to send. But then you're going to turn around and send something everybody else is going to send, because everybody's going to send Spider-Man and X-Men and Teen Titans and Infinity
I
Crisis
really
on
want to
Infinite Earth. But
input-
you know what? Nobody's going to send except me. Jurassic Park #1. I guarantee you nobody's going to send one. And this is so crispy. And I've had this. This is one of the first books I picked up. And you guys can laugh, but I mean, you got Walter Simonson, Gil Kane, and George Perez all working on this. The interior is the bomb diggity dang.
That is a pretty dang big team for Jurassic Park.
I'm saying,
You know what
dude,
the money Tops probably had to pay to have that team put together?
dude, just really what I loved about it the most was it. One is Jurassic Park, and obviously I love Jurassic Park, but Gil Kane is top 3 for me. We've talked about this, and I never even noticed Perez and Simonson on here. I saw Gil Kane and Jurassic Park and was like, let's go. So I expect this to come back minimum 9.6, if not a 9.8. I'm going to get that George Perez label. I'm really excited about it. I was going to get it graded anyway, and I was like, well, if I'm already fixed, it was in my next batch to get graded. So I'm like, if I'm going to do that, let's just go ahead and let me go ahead and get the George Perez signature. The guy is an absolute legend, and this is the last time around, unfortunately. And I'll throw some support that way to help out, with whatever the funds are going to. And you're going to get that cool George Perez label that you can't get unless you put stuff in for this signing.
Happy New Year.
My understanding.
Just tell them, Benny, Happy New Year.
Oh,
and no, I've never seen the Amber variant.
Oh my gosh, the Amber variant. It's the Amber Chromium variant, and I want that one so bad, man.
So bad?
And that was the one I sent you guys. I found a signed copy in like a 9.8 for it was like $1,000, and I was like, oh, I'm about to buy it. But I mean, this book goes for like $300 in a 9.8 blue label, and I've been wanting to buy one, but I really looked this one over, and I was like, well, this might have a shot. Let me send it in before I go buy one. So I'm really excited about it. Really excited about it. I've never done one of these in-house signings. I'm usually not big on getting signatures on books, but
yeah,
I think this is worth it for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, big pickups. Have you read anything this week? You guys, new comic book day stuff? Michael Gallion, what's up? Jeffrey, my man, the Comic-Con. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. He had a birthday yesterday. Or no, was it today? Yesterday. His birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, my friend, my old friend. The Bronze Page, what's going on? Welcome. Michael, what's up? So,
Justin, do you see
today. Yours was today. Okay. Well, good. Happy birthday, man. It's been a long week, dude. My days have just went like this.
Spider-Man.
Oh, a Joe Sinott signature on a FF47. Nice. That's awesome.
What up, Ronnie boy? I hate the way I say
Barbarian Kung Fu. So
are
you guys able to do top picks of the week?
I have not been to a comic book shop because we've been traveling for the last, a comic book. I've not been to Josh's, and then got back. Sky was sick, so obviously I'm not showing up to Josh's while she has the COVIDs. So I don't have any new comic book day books.
Don't say that on here, dude. They're gonna kill us.
What?
The YouTube algorithm's going to kill us because you said that.
Oh, yeah. Dustin recovered, thankfully, so he's good. What up, Kyle? What up, Nosh?
Boy, can't nothing take me out.
Yeah.
I would have went to work if my boss hadn't sent me back home. And then when I got home, I slept for about 5 hours because I was so tired just from driving up there and dropping material off.
The
and
world
driving
has
back
it,
home.
but yeah.
Well, I'll go ahead and do my
Do
top
your
pick
top
for the week. It's going to be real short and real sweet. Batman 119 is my top cover of the week that I picked up and read of the week. I'm telling you guys, if you dropped off Batman after Joker War with me, now is the time to get back in. Now's the time to get back in. They're killing it with the covers. I mean, you know, this was the first cover back with Josh Williamson. Joshua Williamson, is that his name?
Yeah.
This was the first cover of his new arc. This is the second cover. I mean, they are killing it so far with these covers, the interiors.
At what point do we just say, okay, we're all sick of homages? You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, I mean, for a cover A, like that was pretty good. I thought that was pretty good. So,
Hey, Bubs, now that you're back, I got a special review for you.
Bubs, welcome, man.
What are you doing, Bubs?
Man, Bubs invited me on to come hang out last weekend, and I was daggone still out of it and did not get on, but another time, man. Kyle, happy New Year, brother. Hope you're doing well.
Okay, and we're back.
Nosh, you take it easy out there, man, running them buses, brother, and go get you some rest, man. Go get you some rest. Oh my gosh, what's going on here?
I thought that was a Mcfarlane one. I'm not sure. Speaking of Daredevil,
yeah, it's the Mcfarlane Spider-Man homage.
So gross. I know. Look, I'm probably gonna shave it at some point, but now I feel like it's such a meme. I feel like we'd lose that dedicated mustache viewership. This video this week, did you guys see the meme I put in there?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see a meme.
Yeah, it was at the very beginning. And it was like, "Are you looking at my mustache?" Because you.
Oh yeah, that. I thought you were talking about the Instagram video.
I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna have fun with it.
And guys, I'm gonna get back to making content. I know you haven't seen any content from me, but I broke my camera phone, so I'll have a new camera tomorrow. Nick and I are gonna have breakfast in the morning. I'm driving to We're gonna have breakfast at Chick-fil-A. The only problem is it's like almost 2 hours away from both of us, so we could. But
well, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's not riding Spawn.
I feel like Todd's kind of been on and I feel like Todd's kind of been off of Spawn for a minute. Like he's probably having somebody ghost ride it. I mean, who knows how many Capullo covers have been done that were labeled Todd but are actually Capullo. I mean, Speaking of Capullo, he's doing the 1 in 25 for Supermassive, and I don't know. I feel like Deegan's knocked it. I feel like Deegan's knocked that one out of the way. More one chip challenge. I don't know. Right now, my body is just trying to chill out. So,
yeah. All right. So
we want to get into some reviews.
I think we should. Or I think Justin hasn't got a chance to talk much yet, or hasn't wanted to. So I say let's let him.
Can we talk about Spider-Man finally?
Spider-Man.
I think it's well past time to talk about Spider-Man spoilers. We can definitely talk Spider-Man spoilers by now.
Yeah, I think we should this afternoon. Yeah,
at some point tonight, we're going to talk Spider-Man spoilers and why that movie sucked.
Oh my God, it did not suck. Justin, you wanted to complain about something. I think we should give you the floor.
What did I want to complain about?
Certain turnaround times.
Hey, thank you, Kyle. We appreciate that, man.
Because you specifically texted us this week and said, hey, are we doing the Babble-On? Because I need to complain.
I do need to complain. I need to complain about
certain... Liz decided she doesn't want to listen to it anymore, so now you want to come back to us?
Liz never listened to me to begin with.
You're so wrong.
There are certain grading companies out there that it just seems like you send them the stuff and they just, I don't know what they're doing. Having a picnic, playing darts. Happy hour. I can't explain it.
You can name names. It's fair.
Oh,
We're indifferent. Not indifferent. I guess we're indifferent. Yeah. I mean,
yeah. I guess. Okay.
We have no allegiances to any of them, so
name names.
I'm a little upset with CBCS right now, just because I dropped a book off at a convention in July. They finally put it in their system in October 1st. So just sitting there, hasn't moved.
Yep.
So we're getting close to 7 months. Everybody wants to complain about CGC turnaround times, but
7 months. I thought it was bad me waiting 6 months for my Turtles books to come back from CGC. But you know what? You're not the only one to have problems with CBCS, because my buddy Sean Yahweh, he had them lose 2 orders. Like, he sent in 2 different submissions of his own books, and then he sent in a submission for Gorilla Grodd and Whodhat. Both of theirs got accepted, graded, sent back to them, and his were never even accepted. Then they went into accepted after that, and then 4 months later, they hadn't moved again. And when he called them and finally got to speak to someone who could actually understand him talking and what he was trying to say to him, they were like, "We don't have that here. We don't see it anywhere." They couldn't find his books. So now it's been like 2 months later, and I think they finally found his books, but they haven't even been scheduled for grading yet.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they definitely
CBCS. I think they weren't ready for the influx of people coming from CGC and what happened with them last year. And if it happens again, and because it doesn't sound like they've caught up and gotten themselves straight from last year's influx. And if it happens again this year, then man,
I'm going Prison Mike.
Yeah, I think my whole thing is if this had happened with CGC, for me personally, I would be complaining about them as well.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Like, I'm not just saying, like, boo CBCS, yay CGC. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying, like,
they've all got their problems. And
we should also be critical of CBCS. That's what
I'm just say that they both suck?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
I think that's the most fair way to put it. Like, they both suck.
In all fairness, like, I have heard, so there's this guy who always goes to Josh's, and every time I'm in there, you were in there last time, Dustin. He has the little girls with the suitcase.
Yeah.
And so he had a book sent to CBCS, a really, really nice book. Came back at like a super low grade, and in the grader notes, which they do offer for free with every book, which I do appreciate, they said massive staining on back cover. And he showed it to me, and he's like, "Do you see any stain?" I'm like, "No." And he's been going back and forth with them for a long time. But then that same gentleman had $14,000 worth of books lost at CGC. So, but he was more. Here's the thing, though: he was more mad about CBCS than the CGC situation, because they just wrote him a check, done. CBCS, he's like, I've been fighting with them for months over this, and all I wanted to do is just have a decent grade. So,
yeah.
But yeah, can you imagine $14,000?
Well, I found out this week that we forgot to fast track all the books I just sent to CGC. So,
is that what you were saying? Your heartbreak was?
Yeah, FML.
Yeah.
See, here's what happened. I was gonna send The Walking Dead 1 via walkthrough. Well, literally for 2 months, every submission John was sending, no matter what tier it was in, was back to him in 5 days at the very most. Sometimes they would have it, they would accept it, grade it, and ship it out same day. So 3 days, 4 days, books are back. And he was like, I wouldn't spend the money on it, dude. He's like, I would just send them. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I could have swore I said, let's fast track them anyway, but asked him today, and he's like, nah, because everything was pretty much coming back fast track, so we just sent them. So it's going to be like 8 billion years before I get my Walking Dead #1 back, plus all of the other freaking Silver and Bronze Age books that I have been waiting to get graded for like 2 years now, because I was just waiting for things to clear up. I wasn't in any hurry to get a lot of those books graded, just The Walking Dead 1. But I was like, okay, everything seems to be clearing up now. The wheels are rolling good. I'm going to send them. Now's the time. Let's get them in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, now was not the time. And I actually have like 25 other books that I already had picked out, ready to go, getting them pressed so I could send those in. I was going to do a whole Miles Morales submission, send my Ultimate Fallout 4. Not sending those anytime soon. I'm just going to walk through the Ultimate Fallout 4. I'm going to walk through the Turtles #1, which I think walkthrough for a magazine size is still almost 200 days.
200 working days, which is like 11 months. I did a video about that this week.
Exactly. Like, it's ridiculous. And it's not bad enough that the magazine tier is that backed up. But guess what? We're going to do a Kevin Eastman and signing with all of the last Ronin people all at the same time and just completely just clog it up the rest of the way.
With their crappy ass.
It's not coming back fake. You guys, why? I don't understand why everybody just loves to see me lose my mind when I unbox books that have been graded.
I swear to God, I wish this was like a couple of years ago when we did our first one where I screwed with you. Because I promise you, if those books were coming back to me, I would go out and I'd buy the crappiest CGC book, pop the case, have it come back. I would print labels. I would do some serious design work and have that shit be counterfeit as hell on that.
I know you would. No, you would. Oh yeah, Toe man, they're never gonna stop the in-house signings. Like at this point, you're gonna see less and less creators at cons and more creators hoping CGC contacts them for an in-house signing because it's easy money for them. And not near one of any of them give a damn about how long it takes for us to get those books back.
Yep.
Everybody just, I mean, it's all about the money. All about
that money, honey. All right, Spider-Man.
No, hold on. I thought we were going to talk. I want to look. I got some new comic book day books I done read.
Okay, you talk about, you review it.
Now I got to find them. See what you did.
My head feels like it's going to explode in the sinus area.
So with Walking Dead, we've officially gotten into the governor, and everybody's always said like even you guys, when we did our top 10 villains, you guys fought me so hard on putting the governor ahead of Negan. And my only working knowledge of The Walking Dead was the TV show, so I hadn't read the books, and you guys are all tired of hearing me say how much I've enjoyed the books since I started reading them. But I finally got into the governor, and I know what y'all are talking about now, because the dude is the most savage, sadistical prick you've ever seen in your life in these comics. Like, stuff he does to Michonne, like right off the bat, right off the rip, we ain't even 2 pages in, he done chopped off Rick's whole hand. I mean, it was like, dude is crazy. And in the comic book, it's different than in the show, because in the show, he keeps his daughter locked up in like this like weird dungeon room. Like in the comic, you open his apartment door and like she's coming at him. Yep. Like immediately she's there. And he just smacks the holy piss out of her. I mean, foul, and talks to her like she's literally like a dog. And then, he goes and sits down, and he's got the whole, thing of heads everywhere, and he's telling Rick lies and to try to get him to tell him about the prison, and then the whole relationship deal that Carol's trying to work with Rick and his wife, where she wants to be a throuple. And we should just throw all the rules out. Like, why is it weird now? Like, the whole world's ended. Let's just all love each other, like in every sense of the word. And it's just like, wow, that's kind of out there. But Walking Dead's still been really good. The other thing that I read today was Batman 119. And like I said, I don't know anything about Batman Inc. So Bruce Wayne is still broke, and now he's out of Gotham because Batman Inc., which is like a corporation he started of other Batmen guys that Bruce Wayne funded to help take care of other cities in the world while the Batman took care of Gotham. That's my understanding from what I read in the past 2 issues. And they murdered a guy. They murdered a bad guy named Abyss. And I believe this is his first appearance. I'll have to double check in 118, but I believe this is his first appearance, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's kind of slow because Lex Luthor is actually in charge over there, and he is now funding Batman Inc. because Bruce Wayne is broke. So you have that whole dynamic going on between Bruce and Lex Luthor, which it was kind of slow. I mean, they popped open a $20 million bottle of wine. Lex Luthor poured him a glass and poured the rest out on the floor after Bruce gave it to him. What's up, Andy? I see you, man. Cindy and TSP, what's up? A thruple, 3 people that are a couple, but there's 3 of them, so it's a thruple.
Every time I hear the word thruple, you know what I think of?
Mm-mm.
The show we used to watch off of Showtime. They're in Chicago.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I forget the name of it.
Dang, why can't I think of it?
Shameless.
Shameless. That
Yeah.
was such a good show for like
Yeah.
4 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
know
don't
what?
like that concept of Bruce Wayne being broke either. It's stupid to me.
And I don't know. It goes back to Joker War. You know, Joker got all of his money, but I mean, he's still like I think it's cool because you're getting more in it back to the detective style Batman. You know, where he's got to rely more on his detective skills and less on his money. But I'll give you. I'm going to go spoiler a little bit on this. I mean, it is Friday, so the book went kind of slow because I really don't know anything about the Batman Inc. and I haven't never read anything really about Lex Luthor and his relationship with Batman. I know it's not good through Superman, all that, but Batman steals the body bag that Abyss is in because he wants to inspect it because he believes that Lex Luthor is involved in this. And he unzips it, and of course, it's just like this body that's been dead for months. So it's not Abyss. And all of a sudden, the lights turn out, and he turns on his night vision, and it doesn't work. Turns on his infrared, it doesn't work. And you've got Abyss that just comes out of nowhere. And the panels on this are just, man, it is just such a dynamic panel where you first see this guy coming and flying in behind Batman, and he just kicks the holy piss out of Batman. And he's got like this what kind of blade would you call that?
Oh, a scythe.
Yeah. So he cuts Batman right across the midsection with it. Well, then the lights turn back on, and Abyss is gone, and Abyss is like, basically telling him like I'm as familiar in the dark and as good in the dark as you are. And Batman's like, how is this possible? He's like, you should know, you made me. It's a sickle, yes.
Okay.
And then he's gone. Well, then the lights are back on, and this girl's there, and she's asking Batman, like, where is he? Where is he? He's like, I don't know. Everything is too dark, and the lights are on, and Batman's eyes are completely black, and now he's blind. And I was like, oh, crap. Like, what the hell did he do to Batman, and where is this going? So I was actually getting excited about the Joshua Williamson Batman. I was one of the few that liked Joker War. And I think the reason why I like Joker War is because I hadn't really read a lot of Batman up to that point. So I wasn't one of the people who was so jaded by that same type of storyline over and over and over. That's kind of my first time getting that type of a storyline in Batman. So I thought it was great. I know everybody else is just kind of jaded on it because they're so sick of seeing all that stuff, but I really liked it. And I was very excited about that series and Batman every time it came out. So I'm glad to have that back again now and have some Batman to be excited about reading. So make sure you guys go check out Joshua Williamson's Batman.
Speaking of excitement about Batman, Justin got his new iPad. Toad, you asked about Spider-Man. So hopefully at some point tomorrow, my Spider-Man review will come out. I just recorded. I've read up to 18 and kind of given all of my thoughts about it so far. But hopefully I'll be able to edit that tonight, tomorrow after I get back from hanging out with Dustin and get that posted. But yeah, so far so good, man. It's just, it's interesting.
Yeah,
that's right. Love your way, Dustin.
That's right.
So speaking of Batman, so
hold on real quick. I just forgot. I really got to just one time real quick because I did notice this in here. Batman the Knight.
Yeah. On Twitter not too long ago. That'll be awesome.
This is before the Dark Knight. Bruce Wayne's trials begin. You got Zdarsky. You got Batman. A little pre-Batman Bruce Wayne action. I am totally in on that. I am definitely picking that up because Zdarsky is like.
I read there's something like 17 Batman comics on the shelves.
And then you got that new Batman movie coming out, so they put that on there. I know, and I'm picking and choosing which ones I like. I was gonna pick up the Jock, but I heard everybody say it sucks, so I didn't even pick it up. But
What?
I'm definitely gonna keep reading this, and I'm gonna check out this Zdarsky one because Chip Zdarsky, unlike Donny Cates, can do no wrong. He can start and he can finish.
Thank you, Travis. We do appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, man. We'll send you over. We'll send you over some pictures and stuff you can download and throw up on your videos for us, man. We'll do that for you.
Yeah, that's right, dude. Batman is the only thing keeping the lights on. Sorry, we can't talk about DC. We can't do that. We can't do it yet. Yeah,
there's a lot of things that people are liking about DC. The Titans books that people are loving. Everybody's loving Nightwing. This new Batman that's starting here.
But I mean 17 Batman.
Oh, yeah, I know. I think the reason why they do that though is I think it's crazy too, but you like the Dark Knight Steel stuff when it happened, or Dark Knight's Metal.
I like
some of that.
the
Elseworld titles.
Yes, those are my favorite Batman ones.
Right.
Although the Batman I have read, which is honestly quite a bit at this point, like from the past, a lot of the big stories that you're now reading that we can talk about, and Justin can talk about because he's read them. Things like because you're reading New 52 Batman, right? Which is
I've actually kind of moved on. Like I think I've read everything in New 52 that I sought out to read.
Yeah.
So I've kind of moved out of it, but yeah, I mean, I read The Court of Owls. I read Death of the Family. I read Hush. I'm about to read Death in the Family. Then I'm going to go to Under the Red Hood so that I can, get in, start with Jason Todd's death and then go straight into Jason Todd coming back.
You should also read Year Zero. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that one's on the list to read too. Year Zero.
That was a pretty straightforward read, but it's kind
only 4 issues, right?
Yeah, Justin, wouldn't you consider that as like a definitive origin for Batman?
Year Zero?
Or Year One? I think it's Year One, right?
Year One, I think, from Frank Miller.
Yeah, that's Year One.
Year One. That's what I mean. Sorry.
Yeah,
no, I know Hush isn't New 52. I was saying I got out of New 52 and then I read Hush.
Yeah.
So Hush, James.
I was going to say Year Zero is sort of where the Scott Snyder Batman run started to go downhill for me.
Yeah, no, not Year Zero. I meant Year One, the Frank Miller run. They also did a movie on it. I did read.
Yeah, man, I wanted to jump on that Red Hood and the Outlaws when it started, but I didn't even see it on shelves or notice it on shelves until it was like already like 8 issues in, I think. But I had never read anything about Red Hood either, so I didn't want to like jump into a character that I didn't know anything about. So now I'm going to learn about old Jason Todd in that Red Hood because he seems like a badass, and I like that. But I mean,
I
like I was just saying,
I didn't know Mcfarlane did Year Two.
Oh, I don't know.
There's a Year Two? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Maybe he's screwing with us. Or maybe he's probably not, though. Speaking of Mcfarlane, Long Halloween, that was a good read. It was a long read, but it was good. It was. Yeah. But speaking of Mcfarlane, over Christmas, I did start reading Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man and read all the way up until I think Eric Larson took over. And it was really good while Todd McFarlane was writing it. And then once Eric Larson took over, it's kind of – but I tell you, man, 90s Spider-Man, like Mary Jane's just out in her underwear. Like
every have a little Eric Larson going on Whatnot this Sunday. Oh.
There you go. But yeah, it was very interesting.
Found that one. Nobody bought that one on Whatnot. I bet they're buying it now. That book done blowed up. But yeah, like whatever you're saying about the 49,000 Batman titles. I mean, I know it definitely is. I can see where it's off-putting, but I feel like it gives a Batman, more people an option to find a Batman title they like. Yeah. Like you love the Elseworld stuff. I couldn't get into it. I tried, and I couldn't get into it. I like the normal title. I know, like Perry Comics, he loves detective. Like he doesn't read the Batman, but he reads detective. He loves detective. TK reads it all, but it's definitely overkill, but I think that they're, if you can't find something Batman right now that you're enjoying, you might not like comics too much.
Or DC, or Batman.
Or maybe you just don't like Batman. Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Now I'm interested about this year 2 thing from McFarlane.
Oh, year 2 is in Detective.
Okay, that's probably why. Because I've only researched like actual Batman titles.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so far, what has been your absolutely favorite thing you've read since having the iPad?
It's gonna be a 3-way tie between Death of the Family,
Told
Batman
you.
Hush, and Old Man Logan. And I put up a poll in our our Instagram chat for our members on what did you guys think was better, Court of Owls or Death of the Family? Because I've heard everyone always talk about Court of Owls, but you're the only person I've ever heard talk about Death of the Family.
Yeah.
And I thought Death of the Family was better. Court of Owls, and I don't want to spill too much because I kind of wanted to do a video,
Yeah.
and kind of just give my thoughts on some of this stuff that I've read lately. But for me, Court of Owls, I think could have been a lot better had they drawn it out longer with just that first Talon. I feel like that they ended it too quickly with him. I mean, he kicked the crap out of Batman, and then the next fight, Batman killed him, or he died, or whatever. And like, I understand, like, the Talon is supposed to be a character that can live on forever because there's always another one ready in the wait. But then you had like 50 Talons, and I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I knew what was going to happen. Calling the family, okay, I get it. But then they really brought it back and really grabbed me again with the whole Batman's brother, and that fight between those two was phenomenal. That fight scene was fantastic, man. They're fighting in the middle of the sky. They're slinging each other through buildings. I thought it was phenomenal. But then you had like the part where Batman's like turning into an owl. That kind of lost me. That whole thing where he's in the maze. I didn't really understand what all was going on there. I thought that was a little weird. I didn't care for that too much at all.
Wasn't he on drugs or high or drunk or something, Justin?
See, I couldn't figure it out.
It's been so long since I read it, I couldn't tell you.
I don't remember either.
You probably have to ask Mark because he knows everything about it, I'm sure. But I got really confused in some of that, and it may be my fault, but I got lost and confused a little bit. So I thought it was great, but there was some times in there where I was just.
I think later on that, and it's been a minute, and I also read Eternal at the same time, and I don't want to confuse the two, but I do believe Talon comes back, and has another role later on in the story.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, to me, the character is so cool. Like, if they were to just have kept it as like one character and not like anybody can be a Talon, and the whole thing with Dick Grayson supposing,
Mr. Bloom.
With Dick Grayson supposed to have been a Talon, that was kind of neat. I like the backstory with Alfred's dad that was a part of it. That was cool too. But then you get into Death of the Family, and man, that was awesome. I loved that Joker. I really liked that Joker, and I've seen covers with that Joker on it, and I've always thought it looked really dumb. Like, why is his face stitched onto his freaking face? Like, what the hell is going on? But then you find out what happened, and okay, like he had his face cut off, and he stitched it back on.
Yeah, dude, he was nuts.
He plots out this whole thing to get the whole family together, and like has their faces bandaged up, and he's got Penguin, and he's got Two-Face, and he's got Riddler helping them out, and then of course he does the Joker thing, and he double crosses them all. Who would have saw that coming? And pulls out these dinner plates, and pulls out the dinner plates and lift them up in front of each one of the members of the family. And what's on the plates? Their faces. I was like, oh man, it would have been so cool if he actually would have carved off their faces and it wasn't just a rude, but it was still really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
Out of those 3, Batman Hush, to me, killed it. Like, that is the best Batman story I've ever read so far, hands down. It was kind of like that movie Saw, number 1, where I feel like I'm pretty good at spoiling stuff for myself and figuring out the cliffhanger, like the climactic reveal. And every time I thought I had it right, they showed me why I was wrong. And then at the end, I was like, oh, it was him. But I thought it was him like 4 choices ago, and I thought it was 3 other people after him, and then it ended up being him, but it's also this guy too. And I was just like, man, it was great. It was really, really good. I couldn't put it down when I was reading Hush. But then Old Man Logan, on the Marvel side, I've still been reading the Fantastic Four, but then I picked up Old Man Logan. I'd never read that. I've got a few of the issues. The thing that really pulled me in on that was the cover I have featuring Red Skull wearing Captain America's uniform. And that cover is, that is such an underrated cover. I don't know why that isn't the best cover that ever has come out in everybody's mind, but I love that cover.
Yeah.
And
what you thought about Old Man Logan? Because you just basically read.
I read the Wolverine part of Old Man Logan,
Yep.
and I read the giant size Hulk Old Man Logan.
That was awesome, wasn't
like
it?
the ending. Yeah, that was really good. That was really good.
That sickle, nasty hillbilly.
Yeah,
Hulk eats Wolverine and rips.
Yeah, and that is the first time I've ever had an opinion on Hawkeye, Clint Barton. I've never really thought, like, even in the MCU, I'm like, he's not all that. Like, whatever. Dude, he was a total badass old man in that book. He was so cool, man. He was so cool. But yeah, I mean, everything about Old Man Logan, like there's literally not a negative thing other than it could have been longer.
It is, dude. There's so much left to the story, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But yeah, I am reading ASM, so I'm on. I just finished 18, 19, 20, 21 will be tomorrow. I recorded 2 videos this week. That's going to be one kind of my thoughts, my review. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying it. And then Forge. Do you guys think the first appearance of Forge is a little slept on? So Vinny, if I'm being honest with you, this is a question for Justin.
I'll gladly answer. Hold on, let me pause this game.
I think Justin's going to be a little biased. I don't think they're ever going to do anything with him. I
think all low-key X-Men first appearances are a little slept on.
That's the guy with every single X-Men issue from 1 to 4 whatever. I personally don't see, if you're talking about like it as a spec value, like is Forge going to be in a movie and a big deal? I don't see that happening. I really don't. I think Forge is a character that people love from the animated series, and he didn't even make it past the first episode.
You're thinking of Morph.
Am I thinking Morph?
Yes.
He was the one that died in the first episode?
Yes.
Oh, that was Forge.
That is not Forge. That's Morph.
I recede. I learned that word.
Well, I think, Dustin, you've proved your own point.
Yeah, but you still are biased as all get out when it comes to X-Men. Vinny, we apologize. We were not able to answer your question.
In an unbiased way.
Oh, man.
I would tell you this, man. If you're a fan of the character and you love the character and you get the first appearance, whether it's slept on or not, you're going to be happy with having the book. And if something happens with it, then, hey, you're good to go. But if not, you still have a book you love. And that's what's important. That's what's important.
Yep.
So, we
hold on.
What did Mephisto have to do with any of that Old Man Logan? You told me to read Mephisto. I tried. Dude,
dude, Maestro.
Yeah, Maestro. That's what I meant. Mephisto. See what y'all did?
Okay, so
I tried to read Maestro, that Future Imperfect, and I couldn't get through it, dude. I thought the artwork was god awful.
That's George Perez artwork.
I did not like that artwork at all.
Dude.
And I didn't care for the story. Like, I tried to sit and read it, dude. And after about 45 minutes and barely halfway through the book, I had to stop. I just flipped through the pictures.
Feeling so much.
I did not understand what you was going nuts about. But what did he have to do with Old Man Logan?
So you got to keep reading because Old Man Logan it literally has 50 issues later on, and then it's Dead
Okay,
Man
well, I
Logan.
need you to send me the links or send me the issues that I need to read to continue that story because I'd love to do it.
Yeah, or you just type in Old Man Logan into your Marvel app and it tells
I
you.
did, and it only pulled up those. It stopped with the Hulk.
We can talk about it tomorrow.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll bring the iPad.
But yeah, no, dude, I finished all of Old Man Logan, Dead Man Logan, anything with Old Man Logan in it, I have read,
Okay.
including and Maestro, because I started off reading Spider-Man 2099, and then
Yeah.
Maestro was in it, and that's when I went and read Future Imperfect, and after reading Future Imperfect, that's when I read Old Man Logan, and then after I read Old Man Logan, I read the giant-sized Wolverine versus Hulk. And after that, I read Old Man Logan, starting with Jeff Lemire, which was fantastic.
Oh, if Lemire wrote it, yeah.
Well,
I
for the
don't, I
first
don't know that I've
25,
even ever read Lemire, so that would be a good place to start.
yeah, I think so. And it's a different tone, but it's still pretty good.
Okay.
And then, so that was 50 issues. And then I read Dead Man Logan, which was okay. But Dead Man Logan, like, there were some scenes, man, where it just, like, broke your heart.
Yeah.
Um,
Is there have they ever done like a series that like gives you the story of like how it like leading up to Old Man Logan, like the villains taking over and how like how the United States got to the way it was and all the different territories being divided up and how Red Skull killed Captain America and became president? Like, does any of that ever get told anywhere? Or because that was a story I wanted to read too.
that's,
Like, how did
if
all
I'm not
this happen?
yeah, that's. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I don't know if they ever went into that full war because I didn't see that at all. They give a little bit of backstory to it, but I don't think you ever actually see it play
Man,
out.
talk about missed opportunities. Maybe Donnie Cates could write that. He doesn't even have to finish it good because the ending's already happened. That would be his bread and butter. You could just do the beginning and the middle, and you don't
That's
have
why
to
I think
finish.
like him doing something like weird, like Transformers, would be awesome.
Well, we're getting the Nulk.
Dude, I'm pumped. That cover looks awesome. Piss on you, dude. I'm all for this. I don't
Well,
care.
all I'm saying is they've already told everybody, so
Good.
don't go order 75 copies of
Well,
it because
no, I don't care for
everybody is going
that.
to order 75 copies of it.
I don't know, but the Wastelander stuff definitely intrigues me. And then the ASM 19, I know Justin said he wanted to buy it.
Was that
Um,
first Glenn? No.
No. I'm not sure if it's actually first appearance of anybody because I think that's when
don't think it is.
Graven or Sandman comes back, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
But yeah, still cool. It's not great. Okay. They do have a Wastelander Hawkeye, an Old Man Hawkeye series, I believe.
Didn't they did an Old Man Quill too last year or 2 years ago.
Yep. So, and then Peter David is supposed to be finishing up Maestro this year, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll have to read the rest of that and see if maybe
I
that'll
adored
help me.
Future Imperfect. I thought it was one of my favorite books I read last year. Justin, have you read it?
I haven't.
We
No.
need to do that book club thing where we all read the same thing. But y'all are so slow.
You mean Dustin's reading Rainbow?
Yeah.
No, it's the rundown.
The rundown. Oh my
I
god.
will not be a party to any book club. Okay,
Dustin, did you see my new Spider-Man thing?
I did. Bam, dude, that Iron Man setup is pretty cool. I still need to pose your Iron Man figure for you because you have no idea how to put it.
Nobody ever sees it. The aperture on this.
It just bothers me that you have that badass setup and your Iron Man's like this.
No, he's like legs pointed forward in his hands.
Like, golly, dude. There's so
What up,
many cool
Dudette?
things you could do with that figure. Hey, what's up, Russ? I hope that expo is going awesome, man. I'm so jealous that Jason got to go down there and hang out with Russ, and friggin' Sean went down there and hung out with him. I texted Sean today, and I was like, hey, man, I got some books I want to drop off this afternoon for you to press for me. And then I go to message him on Instagram, too, because I have to hit him on both because he doesn't always check one of them. And I see he's almost in New Orleans. I was like, man, forget you, bro. You didn't even tell me you were going down there. I would have went with you.
Yeah, okay.
But hope y'all have a good time down there, man. Y'all don't have too much fun without me, though.
All right. Spider-Man. You want to talk about it, or you got anything else you want to talk about?
Ooh, we can talk about Spider-Man No Way Home and Spider-Man No Way. It was the best movie that Marvel's put out, and I'm sick of seeing these freaking trailers coming out saying the best Marvel movie ever put out because it's a total crock of crap. It is not the best movie Marvel's ever put
Justin,
out.
pause the Candy Crush. I'm going to let you defend yourself.
Okay.
That movie was not better than Endgame. That movie was not better than Infinity War. That movie was not better than the first Avengers. It was not. All that movie was just 100% just fan service and giving everything that we already knew was going to happen. And okay, whatever. Okay, MJ sucks. Ned sucks. Let's see. Dafoe. Everybody says William Dafoe gave the William
Don't you
Dafoe
talk
was
shit about
the
William Dafoe. I'll smack you.
William Dafoe was the character that gave the best performance, and I like William Dafoe. I think he did great in the movie. But guess what William Dafoe did in that movie? Exactly what we expected William Dafoe to do based on what he's done in other movies. You know who the best performance in that movie was freaking oh my gosh,
Zendaya.
Jamie Foxx killed it, dude. Him and Andrew Garfield redeemed themselves so heavily in that movie.
They didn't need to be redeemed. Their movies were great.
Jamie Foxx has been crapped on since his performance. Andrew Garfield has constantly been labeled the third best Spider-Man, including by me.
Well, he is,
and
the
I
third
can't
best
stand
Spider-Man.
Tom Holland. I can't stand Tom Holland. That dude aggravates the piss out of me. But I thought Andrew Garfield was absolutely the best Spider-Man of that movie, 100%. By the time that movie was over, Tobey Maguire has always been my favorite. By the time that movie was over, I think I liked Andrew better. And I think I would like to see more Andrew than anybody.
I loved Andrew.
And I think Jamie Foxx came in there. And I think in my personal eyes, in my opinion, how I felt watching it, I was like, Jamie Foxx stole the show on that movie.
Yeah, he did really
good. He was phenomenal in there, man. He was comedic. He was intense. His costume change was great. When he, everything he did was great, man. He kind of played the in-betweener where you couldn't really tell whose side he was going to land on. Was he going to land over here and be the bad guy, or was he gonna kind of help out like Doc Ock? And then all of a sudden it's like, F this, bro. I'm taking it. I'm taking the start reactor. I needs that. I need to have that in my life, bro.
It's like Key and Peele on they're doing one of their crack cocaine sketches. By the way, Jordan Peele and what Michael
Peele.
Oh my god!
I've never watched them, but I've heard of them.
Dude, they're so hilarious. I bet you have watched.
Another thing, okay? Another thing. When you have Tobey Maguire in a Spider-Man movie, okay, you do not get to be called Spider-Man 1, okay, unless you're Tobey Maguire. F that, dude. Tobey Maguire should have been labeled Spider-Man 1, okay, because he was Spider-Man 1, okay. Tom Holland.
It was actually a Japanese Spider-Man. He was Spider-Man 1, but we're not going to go.
I'm talking about as far as the movies go, okay. So Tom Holland is not Spider-Man 1, okay.
Justin, go ahead, because people are like waiting for it.
Freaking Ned.
I do hate Ned.
Ned
sucks. He's the worst character with his stupid ass.
I don't like him or MJ. And I don't like the fact that they're pushing them to as much to the forefront as Peter Parker. Like, bro, chill out. This is Spider-Man. This is not Ned Man or AJ. MJ,
by the way, shout out to my brother-in-law Logan for the Wolverine haircut. He just sent us a Snapchat, and he had Logan, Sky's brother.
Oh,
he sent me a Snapchat, and he did like the Wolverine lamb chop cut. It looks awesome.
Now, all that to say, there were also a lot of plot holes, but there's plot holes in everything. Okay, there is. So, like, you have to look past the plot holes because it's just they're gonna be there. I didn't hate the movie. I didn't think the movie was trash. I didn't think the movie sucked, but I didn't think it was the best Marvel movie ever. I think Spider-Man fans have a hard time not being 100% impartial with anything Spider-Man. I think
Justin,
that
get him.
the Justin X-Men.
All right, I'm gonna
It takes
interrupt.
someone who is not necessarily a Spider-Man fan to say, you know what, the movie was good, but it was not the best Marvel movie ever. Okay, because I can be an impartial critic.
Justin
Okay?
hasn't talked yet, and he's already correct.
I'm not Captain Spidey Simp over here. Okay, all right.
So I'm gonna.
All right, guys, I gotta go. It is 11 o'clock my time, and I gotta be up really early. So I'm gonna let you guys finish this conversation, and I'm gonna pop out of here.
He ain't leaving.
Okay,
Justin,
so
Every time he
I'm gonna
talks, I just
focus-
keep going.
I want to focus on that last thing that you just said. How Spider-Man fans have a hard time not being impartial, right? Let's flip that around. And say people who don't like Spider-Man, who go out of their way to say bad things about Spider-Man, more than they should. Don't you think that they would have some sort of an impartial viewing or opinion of this movie?
There is no they. There is just me.
Well,
I've never met another person on the planet that said Spider-Man's not really my guy. Like Spider-Man is everybody's guy except me. And I don't hate Spider-Man. I never said I hated Spider-Man. What I'm saying
never
is,
said that you did hate Spider-Man.
What'd you just say?
I just said that don't you think that if you're saying people who like Spider-Man are viewing it in an impartial manner, my question to you is, don't you think people who dislike Spider-Man are viewing or have an opinion of it that is also impartial?
Oh, I don't know. Because it's not that I dislike, like me personally, I don't dislike Spider-Man. I just don't care for him. Like he doesn't get me excited. Like if I had the chance to get a 9.8 AF-15 or a 5.0 Captain America 1, I'm gonna take the Cap 1 all day, or I'll take the AF-15 and sell it and buy 4 Cap 1s. Like
you know what my favorite.
It's not that I dislike Spider-Man. I don't get all excited about him like everybody else does. So I feel like if the movie would have been like the best Marvel movie ever, cool. But do I think Peter Parker has a shot at whooping Doctor Strange's ass in his own element? Nah, bro, that was garbage.
No, dude. If you
Strange
actually
would
read
beat the shit out of him.
if you actually read Spider-Man, like you'd be shocked at some of the things that he actually does in the comics.
Well, that's because he was Stan Lee's boy. Okay, even
But,
Stan Lee was impartial to Spider-Man.
So my favorite
He
thing
was always
about
writing some bullshit Spider-Man really wouldn't have been able to do.
So
You gonna tell me Spider-Man just gonna whoop the Hulk's ass next?
he
Give
actually
Thanos
fights the
Infinity
Hulk
gauntlets.
and wins.
Give Thanos 2 gauntlets and some Infinity
Look,
socks, boy.
In
Spider-Man still
issue
gonna whoop his
16 or
ass.
17, he actually fights the Hulk and wins.
I'm saying, like,
Hold on, what issue was it? Let me see, because Stanley's like, Stanley's so funny because in the book he goes, "Y'all stay around to the end because that's when Hulk shows up, so don't leave too early." Like it's a YouTube video or something. Where did it go? It cracked me up. It was
I will say that, Alan, like
14 or 15, I think.
at least Tom
14.
Holland got a suit that almost looked cool by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Like Tom Holland has had the most ridiculously awful suits I've ever seen on Spider-Man. And the one he makes at the end was almost cool, but for me personally, the blue was like, I don't know. It looked like it was made out of sequins. Like it was so shiny, and I don't know. But it was definitely the best suit Tom Holland's had.
It was very classic. Well, Justin, give your take of the movie because we've heard Dustin's. I'll be quiet. Your thoughts, your opinions, how it made you feel emotionally. Why did you cry at night after you were done watching it? All of those things.
That's the other, like, people cried.
Okay,
Over
so
Spider-Man.
So I will agree with you. It is not the best Marvel movie. We are in agreement there.
And see, that's my biggest thing. That's my biggest thing is look past your fandom and your love for the character. I love Captain America. There's not a Captain America movie that I would put in the top 5.
Oh, you're wrong there. I will fight you on that one.
And here's my thing. I like Captain America. I like the first Avenger better than I do Winter Soldier.
Kyle, have a good night.
I did. I mean, I've watched both of them recently, and I like the first Avenger better.
So I'm
But-
not 100% sure on the Miracle Man stuff.
But I'm glad that you can at least agree with me that Sony and Marvel are wrong when they're putting their critics' takes in their advertisement trailers, saying that it is the best Marvel movie ever made.
Wait, well, that's not. Why is that Sony or Marvel's
It's a
fault?
Marvel movie. It's Sony.
That's not their fault for putting what critics are saying in an advertisement.
I'm saying, like, disagreeing with what is being put in their trailers by the critics. I'm saying, like, whoever said it, I'm disagreeing, and I think they're wrong. And I'm saying I'm glad that you can at least agree with me on that.
Yes, we are in agreement that it is not the best Marvel movie.
Yes.
That's probably about as much as we will agree upon for this.
You don't think
Best
Jamie
Spider-Man
Foxx was
movie
the
so
dog?
far.
You don't think Jamie Foxx was the shit in that movie?
No, I don't.
Dude, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're outlandishly crazy right now.
Now, Justin, that is really, you don't like Jamie Foxx in the movie?
Whoa, that wasn't the question that was posed. The question that Dustin said was, what was your exact words?
Did you not think he was absolutely, the shit in that movie?
Yeah, see? And I said no to that. That doesn't mean that I didn't like Jamie Foxx.
Bro, Jamie Foxx murdered everything he did in that, okay?
He was naked.
Jamie Foxx was my numero uno in that movie. I will watch the movie again for Jamie Foxx's performance.
All right, go ahead. Keep going,
12
Justin.
minutes of it.
I was more excited about the damn tree than I was Tom Holland, I'll tell you that.
Keep going, Justin, with your thoughts and your opinions.
Got his ass.
How do I want to say this? It was a very hyped up movie. I thought for the most part it lived up to its hype.
Yeah.
I actually saw it twice in the theater within I think the first week. So I thought it lived up to its hype. I don't believe it was the best movie ever. As far as I'm concerned, it was for me, the breakout actors of the movie were Molina and Dafoe. I thought that they were just absolutely incredible. The part where Peter and Goblin are fighting in the hallway at the condo, and Peter's on top of him, just punching him in the face, and Goblin is just laughing. That's a chills. Like, I got chills from that.
Dude, that made me feel a certain type of way.
Can I interject real quick though before you get off of that? Like, bro, we've seen that from them though. We know that they're fantastic at doing those roles. We've seen that.
That was the whole point, man.
I'm not taking away from that.
So
But the fact that Jamie Foxx was able to take a role that people shit on him for years over, and he was able to elevate it up to their level and do Electro as good as they did their characters, in my mind, I thought that was way, way cooler.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So because they did what they were supposed to do, we're not allowed to praise them. I got it.
Oh, Justin's about to come through the screen. And whoop your tail.
I mean, when you turn in your comics that you letter and you do them exactly the way you're supposed to, I mean, did they like shower you with like nonstop praise for doing your job?
Yeah, they do.
Well, I don't get that shit at my job, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I think Jamie Foxx was given the opportunity to redeem himself, and
nobody's taking that away from Jamie
the
Foxx.
fact that he did go so far and beyond redeeming himself, for me, made him the star of the show to me.
All right, keep going. So,
I'm not saying that the other two did not do great. I'm just saying I like Jamie Foxx better.
okay. So, Justin, keep going. The Willem Dafoe scene gave you chills. Continue.
Yeah, it did. Right? Like it was a very memorable scene, right? Because it showed how crazy Goblin really is, and it's at that point that you kind of recognize that Goblin is Spider-Man's greatest enemy, regardless of universe, right? Yeah. Like that sort of animosity just goes all over the multiverse. I'll tell you what, I've never seen Amazing Spider-Man 2. I've never seen it. I've never seen it because I saw the first one and I was just like, I can't. This is not my Spider-Man. Like, I can't.
I loved Andrew Garfield.
I did not.
Who is your Spider-Man?
I'm going to get to that. So,
I'm just going to get ready to kick you out of here when you say it.
We're just going to have to mute ourselves, Dustin, because we keep talking over him.
I don't like all of the self-doubt, all of the pity party that goes along with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Like, it's a little much for me. So for me, my Spider-Man is always going to be Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire is my Spider-Man because that movie came out when I was a senior in high school, and I remember leaving school early to go see it on opening day. And that doesn't mean that I think Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. I'm just saying that he is my Spider-Man. Just like I think that Pierce Brosnan is my James Bond, just because that's the time when I started watching James Bond movies. I don't think that he's the best James Bond, but again, just my James Bond. Go up like that again, and kind of he kind of just fell back into the role, right? Like, it felt like it was just him again. Like, it felt like I was seeing my Spider-Man again.
It felt so nostalgic.
Yes.
But they did him dirty, man. Like, he didn't get to come in his Spider-Man suit. I was like, man, y'all did my man dirty. Like, he just came in there, what'd they say, like a cool youth pastor, like. And then you totally had that Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
Coming in looking all dopey. Like, I love the way that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man always seems to have this sort of like the elderly love him, right?
Yeah. What's up, Brandon Raimi?
What up, B. Raimi?
More than anything, I think this Spider-Man movie to me meant that anything is possible in the MCU. They can do anything, right? Because they brought in.
Don't say
anything is possible, right?
You know what the best part of the whole movie was? Charlie Cox catching that brick. Best part of the movie.
As someone pointed out, he showed up just to say, "I'm your lawyer, catch a brick," and then forget about the whole situation.
Yeah.
I thought that they really bypassed the whole Peter Parker American Fugitive storyline like very quickly.
Because it's a stupid storyline. Like,
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that went to the wayside real quick.
Yeah.
It almost makes me feel like they initially planned something different when they finished Far From Home, and they kind of like pinned themselves into a corner, so they had to address that in this one, but then they actually get to move on to what they wanted to do now. That's kind of how I feel.
Wait,
like, I don't feel like when they did Far From Home with Mysterio, I don't feel like when they ended that they knew they were going to do the whole thing with the other two Spider-Man. I feel like they had something else in mind that they were setting up for, and then they decided to do this because everybody wanted it or something, or because they were going to, thought it would be big, but they had painted themselves into a corner because they left the cliffhanger with Mysterio telling everybody who Peter Parker was. So they had to like finish that up real quick and then get on to the actual movie and what we want to show you.
Yeah. So
that's what it felt.
So there's a couple things here. All right. So Serge asked a question. A question for all three of you, Dustin, Nick, and Justin. Do you see Marvel taking over from Sony as well as they are right now because of the way the movie ended? And we go, no. So Sony's never going to get rid of Spider-Man.
They will hold on to Spider-Man with the death grip of a lot of anything forever.
That will literally, Sony would have to just as a company go bankrupt in order to get, and even then, like, the likelihood is little. And I tell you what,
give it 3 years. Give it 3 years. Disney will buy Sony. won't be a problem.
Yeah, or Disney would have to buy Sony. That would be a thing, right? This would be cool. Johnny Storm being
Does
one of
Miles
Peter's
fall
friends.
under that Spider-Man
Yeah,
umbrella?
yeah,
Yeah, that's right, because Sony did the End of the Spider-Verse. I was thinking Marvel did it for some reason.
yeah. No. Johnny Storm being one of Peter's college friends in one of the newer movies, that would be awesome. Because Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, has a lot to do with early on Spider-Man.
Yeah, but they would have to go out of comic canon because he didn't go to college till after the whole thing with Galactus and Silver Surfer coming in. He went to college after that.
I know, but I'm just saying Johnny
Oh,
Storm.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying they would have to go out of comic book canon for that to happen. So,
I personally hope that at some point, like maybe in Doctor Strange, we see like sort of another portal scene where they're pulling in all sort of different superheroes, and in walks Chris Evans, and everyone's like, "Yeah, Cap is back," and he just says "Flame on."
no. That is literally how that makes me feel.
Shout out to CJ for the $4.99.
Thanks, DJ. I'm not a fan of that at all, Justin. I think it would be cool to see Reed Richards come in at some point. I think that would be kind of neat. But I think it would be cool for Reed Richards and Bruce Banner to have the first kind of like connection together.
Yeah.
I think that would make some good sense, but we'll see. There was a cool what if story. I believe it was issue number 2 where Reed Richards, Bruce Banner, and Professor Xavier were working together on something. And by the time it was all finished, there was no X-Men, there was no Fantastic Four, and there was no Avengers ever. Yeah. But they solved all the world's problems. But
so one of my favorite.
Let's talk about something positive.
Well, I was going to say one of my favorite.
You haven't got to talk yet. Sorry.
Yeah, one of my favorite takes while I was live texting you guys the Spider-Man movie,
which was irritating the holy piss out of me.
So I gotta
change the name of our chat.
I gotta say, Ned is the worst thing about any of these movies, and his stupid wig. It's awful. 2, I thought it was really neat that they brought into the with great power must also come great responsibility. That was like verbatim from AF-15, I believe is what it comes from. I don't like the fact that it didn't come from Ben, it went from May, but whatever. However,
Ben actually never said it.
I do believe it was. No, he never actually said it, but it was Peter talking about how what Ben says, right? If I remember right.
Stan Lee just like as the
maybe
as the narrator said it.
Maybe it was.
You just read it, didn't you?
I know, but I've also read since then.
Oh yeah, this was another issue. Flash Thompson, Jesus God Almighty, what? Well,
he's terrible in the comic books, anyways. Hold on, let me see.
One of my favorite things about the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie was that I was like, cool, we're not getting an origin story. We're doing this right from the beginning. I like that you as the movie maker are just assuming I know what happened to Uncle Ben. I appreciate that. Let's do this. And then they just wait until the third movie to tell that story.
Okay, so it was just Stan Lee doing his narration.
Yeah.
But
I know some Spider-Man out here.
But yeah, Flash was also awful. But my favorite thing in the world was how upset you got because the current Aunt May doesn't meet what you think Aunt May should.
Dude, how is Aunt May hotter than MJ?
It doesn't matter. She's 60 years old. She can be an aunt at 60.
She does not look 60 years old.
It don't matter if she
looks like
she's
35 and ready to thrive, baby.
Wait. You're gonna tell me when she showed up wearing the jean jumper thing with the red belt that she didn't look like a crazy old?
Bro, I'm hitting. All day.
Dustin was literally, dude, in this text chat. I wish I could go back and find it. I mean,
when you look at the Aunt Mays that we have had in the past, they look like 95,000-year-old grandmas, dude.
Okay, well, it's Aunt May, not Grandma May, and even if it was
I understand that we're going with this whole new progressive thing with this, and Aunt May has to be young and fit.
She's
and
not
thin
young.
and
57 is not young.
Do what?
57 is not young, dude.
Bro, I've literally never seen an Aunt May that I would not say no to until I seen this one.
What again? That hold on. That
Are you telling me Tony Stark would have hit on the Aunt May from the other two movies? No, bro.
Well, let's see how old they were. Hold on.
So how old is Happy? Happy looked like he's about 40.
No, Happy's old as hell, dude.
Dude,
Hold
this
on.
Aunt May for me was horrible. It was horrible. It's crazy to me that you would have Aunt May look hotter than MJ. Like that it blows my mind away. MJ is supposed to be the most stone cold fox killer ever. And Aunt May outshows her in the movies.
Okay, so Rosemary Harris from
I don't care how old she is, dude.
I can't believe that we are focusing on this. Like,
Well,
this
this
is
is what Nick
point.
brought up. This is what Nick brought up. That was just something that bothered me. I'm like, all the other Spider-Man movies, like MJ was way hotter than Aunt May, and then Gwen Stacy was way hotter than Aunt May, and in this one, like she's not even like old looking. Like,
well,
that bothers me.
May has gotten younger with every movie, right? So with the Andrew Garfield movies, Aunt May was Sally Fields.
I don't know who that is, but it just bothers me that like she's not old. It'd be like Uncle Ben and they throw freaking Justin in there. Like,
well, for the record, I am old though,
and he could totally be at Uncle Ben.
Oh my God, Nick, shut the hell up! You are so full of crap,
dude. Peter Parker's 15. Justin could have a brother or a sister that has a kid who's 15.
What if I
you look
had
at the comics, dude? Aunt May and Uncle Ben are feeble old people, like walking in with a cane almost. Like,
I know Uncle Ben's so feeble.
Carl, my boss is not even old enough looking to be Uncle Ben. Okay, when I think of Aunt May, I think like Granny Ruby, dude. That's what I see. This sweet, feeble old lady with candy in her pocketbook.
I agree. This movie is trash simply because they did not resurrect the Macho Man Randy Savage to come back and play Bonesaw. I'm done.
That was the funniest.
That is one of the villains that didn't come back. That would have been cool if they could.
What was it? Bone Crusher and
Electro should have popped out and been like, "Electro is ready."
Oh my God. All right, y'all keep talking about something. I'm about to go in here and check on Sky and Ellie. I hear Ellie crying.
I don't know. I have.
You're just wrong.
I have expectations in my head of what I see when I see these characters, and I'm not seeing it in this movie. I'm not seeing it with Flash Thompson. I'm not seeing it with Aunt May. I don't know what the hell happened with Ned. I don't see it with any of them, man. I just don't. I don't.
I have a theory.
I feel like they were just trying to shake it up too much, and they just shook me right out of giving a damn.
I think that the reason why they pushed Ned and MJ as a focal point so hard in these three movies was just so that you would have that emotional response when they're removed. That's just
but they're not removed. Like, that they're not done. Like,
No, but you still have that response of them not, like, they wanted that pain to be more impactful.
Yeah. Kachung, what's up, man? Sometimes we do the Babble-On on Fridays now. It just happens. No, I get that, but I don't know. I don't know. I've gotten so aggravated with them doing the Turtles the way they have, with like the Turtles are not even focused on in their own freaking title. Like, they're being pushed to the back so that we can bring these other characters in. Like, give them their own title. You want to make Ned and MJ the super team? Give them their own freaking movie. I don't know. I don't know. Nick's not here. I'm just an asshole, I guess. I don't know, man. He's laughing because he's like, Jesus, I'm glad he said it so I didn't have to on live air. And
trying
we
to
both know that we could just sit here and argue about this. I mean, literally until the end of time, and neither one of us are going to feel any closer to understanding the other one.
I'm trying to think of like one specific instance, like in Lexington, where I was just like, "Yep, dude's just an asshole." I'm trying. I can't think.
Oh, I'm sure they were there.
I'm sure I can't. I think
Well,
too
that's
much
good.
time.
That's good. I'm sure you'll come up with something when we're staying at Nick's house in April. Because we will be at Huntsville Comic-Con, and then 2 weeks later or the week later, we will be at Lexington Comic-Con.
It's a lot. It's a lot of time together.
It is. Whew. If you guys want to see Two Brothers Comics in full effect, production mode, come out to Huntsville Comic-Con. Come see that 40-foot crane we have out there shooting all the footage and doing all the media out there, man. We have a good time with that.
Oh man, am I gonna have to work that?
No,
I
not
was
at
just
all.
gonna walk around.
Yeah, you don't have to do any of that, dude. And we're not going to do it until Saturday. Like we get there on Friday, and that's our hunt day, and we don't do any work, no business, all play. And on Saturday, when everybody else is playing, we're working. But that's cool because we'll try to get the books we want on Friday.
What happened?
Justin and I decided that I'm just an asshole, and we can continue arguing, and we're never going to see each other's points. And then we started talking about the Comic-Cons.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to talk to Jeremy about doing his video and getting tickets.
Oh, Eric emailed us about talking to Jeremy too. So I don't know. Maybe give Eric Jeremy's information. Let him just. How crazy would it be? Like I'm going to see Kevin Eastman, right? And I just bring him the Thing to sign instead of a Turtles book.
Nothing wrong with that. I say
I think
do
that'd
it.
be sweet. How many Turtles books has he signed? A bajillion. It's just like Todd McFarlane. If I ever do a Todd McFarlane signing, I'm sending him my Flaming Carrot and Ninja Turtles book. I'm sending George Perez my Jurassic Park book. I want to be different, man. I don't want to have all the same books everybody else has got. You know how many Infinity Gauntlet number ones George Perez is about to sign? But anyway, I hope I haven't caused us any loss of subscribers or fans or anything over my lack of enthusiasm over the Spider-Man movie. But you know, I also liked Venom 1 and 2, so who am I? There's people that hate those movies and will never ever go away from the hatred towards those movies. So
Can we talk about this for a minute?
Yeah.
Ed Brubaker will serve as head writer for 10-episode first season of Batman Caped Crusader. Oh, right on. Ooh, I like how they went. You know what that is? Is that the Batman cover from the Golden Age, or is that actually for the show?
No, I think it's
Because that looks like Golden Age Batman.
I think it's a riff off of it.
Yeah, that kind of looks like it's got some Golden Age Batman vibes. Jeffrey's on my team. Jeffrey's not. He's not a Peter Parker fansy, but I'll tell you what Spider-Man I am a fan of. Peter Parkour. That is my guy. Okay, it don't get no better than Peter Parkour. All right, he ain't got no webs. He ain't got no super strength. He just jumps off shit and beats the hell out of them. Like they just can't get him. They can't catch him. He don't swing from buildings. He jumps from building to building. Peter Parkour.
It's Peter or hardcore Peter Parkour.
That's right. Instead of Ned, he's got Ed.
Helms.
What's his last name?
Helms.
Ed Helms. That's right.
Justin, did you see that? The hardcore Peter Parkour?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Could you guys imagine if they gave, like, if they completely swerved everybody, like everybody's expecting Peter Parker now that the symbiote is there to get the black suit. What if they just screw everybody over and go Agent Venom with that horrible Flash Thompson?
I can't wait until they use this as like I can't wait until like no, that's not the real Flash. This is the real Flash.
Yeah, that Flash Thompson is, oh my gosh. I liked Flash Thompson in The Amazing Spider-Man
I don't
with
even
Andrew
remember.
Garfield.
I don't even
Yeah,
remember him.
I feel like he was a better Flash Thompson than in all of the films. Honestly, I think he was really good. Because Flash Thompson to me is like this arrogant prick, like athlete, guy, and he's an arrogant prick because he's big and strong and good at sports. This guy's just a prick because he's got his dad's money. Like, I just didn't like it. I didn't like it.
He's no better in the comics.
I don't like when they change anything though. So I don't like when they try to hip things up. It bothers me. I don't like that at all. That's why I'm kind of worried about X-Men coming to the MCU and worried about Fantastic Four coming to the MCU. I don't want to not like those movies, but
I think MCU has lost a little bit. I mean, I didn't watch Eternals in the theaters. Not that Venom's a part of the MCU, but I didn't watch that in the theaters. I didn't watch. We did watch Shang-Chi, but that was strictly just because.
I enjoyed Shang-Chi. I thought it was great.
I think you enjoyed the experience more than the movie.
Maybe. I was so gung-ho to go see a movie and talk these two into it, and when we got in there and sat down, I was like, God almighty, I just want to go to bed. And then Justin's like ready for us to shut up.
Oh, Morbius got pushed back again.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm excited about that one though. I think that one looks kind of cool.
Man, I was, but I don't even know if I
want
care.
to see more. I want to see more Vulture, man. I thought Vulture would have been cool to bring in there.
He's kind of lame in the comic books.
He's super lame.
But he's cool in the movie though, dude. Michael Keaton's just cool, man. I just like Michael Keaton. You know what I'm saying? So when do you think we're gonna get a George Clooney, Michael Keaton, and what's his name, Batman movie?
You're not, because apparently DC is going with Batwoman, Superwoman, and Michael Keaton is going to be like old man Batman.
Oh. But that's going to be a little strange now that the CW has been bought.
Yeah, but that just sells the network. That doesn't necessarily have
any of the CW stuff has been like super attractive to people.
It's not been profitable since 2007. So clearly, it's not.
Arrow was really kicking hard and doing well was probably the last time. Because I'm telling you right now, when I first started watching Arrow, which I don't know, I'd probably been working with Carl 2 years, so you know how long that's been. And I could not stop watching Arrow. I'm literally sitting on a bucket, jacking cables, and watching Arrow at work all day long. No telling how many cables I messed up because I was just watching Arrow. But then Arrow gets to where it's just literally the same exact thing every single season. And after 5 seasons, I couldn't take it anymore.
That's the way the Flash turned.
What?
That's the way the Flash ended up being.
Yeah. Like, I stopped watching Arrow after they had that, like, underground world. Like, I didn't even finish that season, I don't think. No. But, I mean, it was freaking fantastic.
Awesome.
Huh?
Moon Knight is awesome. I think
Have you seen it?
Good. No, I said I think it's going to be good.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't even know if it come out, but...
Daredevil?
I watched Loki.
What'd you think?
I watched Loki.
For me, it was
I don't know what the hell happened. I don't have a clue what the hell happened.
All right.
I felt like they were leading up to this big-ass cool thing that was going to happen, and then it's just this dude sitting there laughing at him, and I'm like...
It's King the Conqueror.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's the high one. What is it? And then he'll be...
It's a Mortis.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh. I just didn't understand any of it. Like, I don't understand what happened after like, on the last episode. Like, what the hell is going on?
King the Conqueror is going to be the new big bad. He's going to be the next Thanos.
Well, I understand Kang.
Yeah.
But I don't understand the story plot, like the storyline at the end. Like, what happened? It just confused the piss out of me.
Okay.
I watched Falcon and Winter Soldier. I finally went back and said, let me just check it out. It was pretty good. They had some really, really good stuff, and they had some stuff that I was like, "Oh my god, do we have to?" But it was all right. It was all right.
I'm telling you need to watch Daredevil, even though it's canceled. I swear to God, it is the best comic book show I've ever seen. Even my wife has been watching it while I've been watching it at night.
I've
and
been
she's
watching
like, I love
Punisher.
it.
I've been watching Punisher, but I don't
You
want
need
to
to watch
like.
Daredevil first because Punisher comes in.
See, I didn't know how that worked, so I just
Yeah.
started watching Punisher because me and Andy, Comic Man Andy, were talking about Punisher, and we were talking about how the people that write stuff like Punisher obviously have no knowledge of how weapons work or military personnel conduct themselves or dress or anything. And you have this guy running around in blue jeans that are stuffed into combat boots like this. No, that is a big no. And it is not a clip. It is a magazine. I'm sorry, but that kind of, so I started watching Punisher, and I don't know. I don't want to like fall in love with Punisher or Daredevil and then
Can I stop you for 1 second?
stuck.
Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Well, actually, it's not really called a clip. It's more of a magazine.
It's not more of a magazine. There is clearly a difference, actually. But yeah,
He's just calling you like a comic book nerd. Dustin didn't like that.
Okay. I didn't at all, because that's like a major pet peeve for me. Whenever Rick Grimes called it a clip in the Walking Dead show, I was like, this guy's supposed to be like the big time police officer, and
What you should have done is been like, well, actually, Aunt May is a 90-year-old feeble woman like my Granny Ruby, and not this 60-year-old hot old lady that's still old enough to be grandma.
hey, and still hot enough to get it. That's all I know. I would not have relations with Aunt May. But whoever that person is that they have pretending to be Aunt May, I like her. I like her.
Oh man, I love it. That was funny. I'm not sure what was funnier, the fact Justin did that or the fact that you really didn't like that.
I really didn't. Not at all. I also really hope that Norman, what's his name, does not end up being freaking Ghost Rider. And anybody who thinks that he would be a great Ghost Rider because he rides motorcycles, Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze rides like an old school Harley chopper, and that dude rides like adventure bikes. So, and he has about the most he's got the personality of a clipped toenail, like I told somebody the other day. Like, the dude is a horrible actor. He is one dimensional and he sucks. And he's not the right character for Ghost Rider. I don't think that they should bring Nicolas Cage back in. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm definitely saying that freaking Norman from Walking Dead should not be Ghost Rider. But I don't think they're going to bring in Johnny Blaze to the MCU anyway. I don't see that happening. I think if they're going to do anything, they're going to bring in Reyes. I think that is what they'll do. But can we please stop trying to get Marvel to make a really, really bad movie casting? I also don't think Keanu Reeves would be a good Ghost Rider. I think he would be a much better Silver Surfer. So, now that we've talked about all the things that have aggravated me recently. Oh, he wasn't good in Boondock Saints. He sucks in everything, dude. The dude has no charisma at all. I'm just kidding. I've never really. I watched Boondock Saints, but I wasn't really paying attention as much, probably. But I hate the guy. I don't hate the guy, but I hate his acting. His acting is absolutely horrible.
Justin.
Yeah.
Anything else irritate you this week?
Do either one of you agree that he shouldn't be Ghost Rider, or do you think he should?
I have no opinion on the matter.
So we're gonna say Justin really, really doesn't want him to be Ghost Rider either.
He's I'm just gonna say in Feige we trust.
That's fine.
Unless he casts Norman as Ghost Rider, then he has lost all trust.
Ryan. Justin, what have you thought about the Book of Boba Fett?
I haven't watched the second episode yet.
Okay.
But I have watched the first one, and I will tell you that first episode was meh.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one because you.
Austin LeMay said the same thing. He said the first episode was kind of, but the second episode was great, start to finish.
So the first one, it was like I honestly can't remember what happened, and I don't actually give a damn anything about Sand People. So I wish they would just focus on Boba Fett. Like, great, he crawled out, the same people, whatever. Second episode, I put it on, didn't even pay attention. I'm gonna get my wife to try to rewatch it with me, but like, it is so disappointing so far.
That first episode, I was just like, cool. Like, the one thing I think we all wanted to see was him escaping the Sarlacc pit, and we did it in a 30-second flashback.
Yeah.
The what?
Which was exactly the way it was described from Parks and Rec. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Which I don't necessarily care anything for that dude because he annoys me, but I did think it was pretty funny. Literally verbatim, the way he described it happened. I thought that was pretty cool as a Parks and Rec fan.
I also at my comic shop, the owner was like, how many times have we done a story involving Tatooine and we've never heard of this apex predator who just lives in the sand until now?
Oh yeah, right. So I don't know, dude.
So
Dan said, sorry.
No, that's fine.
Dan says Matthew McConaughey for Ghost Rider.
No, dude.
What you guys got to understand is you're gonna keep pissing me off, and I'm gonna turn into this flaming skull guy. I'm gonna get on my Harley,
You know who you need in the MCU?
I'm gonna take all of you guys out, man. And you gotta understand that, man, because when I do it, there's nothing can stop me because I get this flaming headache, and it's all you guys just gonna go down. That's how it's gonna go, man.
We need what's the guy from the movie we love, Four Christmases? What is his name? The tall guy. Vince Vaughn. We need Vince Vaughn in MCU somewhere.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn's never gonna get another job doing anything good, unfortunately.
Anyways, Book of Boba Fett. What were you saying about it?
No, that was it. It was just, I don't know. It was just an episode, right? It was just there.
I hate how disappointed I am in it.
It did not. I think my problem was that after the trailer and the way it kind of set things up in the finale of Mando season 2, I was really hoping that we were going to get like a Sopranos style show or story, just set in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
So is Bogglefeet Mondo's dad or something?
No.
Uncle. It's his uncle.
Oh, okay.
A Bogglefeet. What the hell? I commend you for the ability to come up with the dumbest names.
I'm just trying to see if I can make Justin's head explode at least once.
I mean, old Bogglefeet.
Someone cosplay as Bogglefeet now, please.
Jesus. Oh my God, Bogglefeet. I love that. Well, is there anything else you guys want to chat about?
We didn't really. I don't know if you guys want to talk about CGC price increase or not.
Yeah, go ahead. Give your thoughts. I gave my thoughts earlier this week.
My thoughts are very simple. Meh.
Justin is the most opinionated person I've ever met.
Right? Like, I mean, yeah, fees are going up. It sucks. There's an alternative. There's an alternative besides sending your books to CDCS. I mean, it's don't get them graded. Right? No one's forcing you to get your books graded.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
My thing is, what are we going to do about it? You know, like everybody stops submitting and then they're going to bring the prices back down. They're not going to do that. They're just not. I think what's gotten us into this mess with the wait times is the sending, 50 modern, brand new comic book day books off every week, every month. You get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people sending hundreds and hundreds of new comic book day books off for spec stuff, and it's literally just clogging it up. And I would have to believe they're pulling their graders because I don't know. My understanding was that they had certain graders that only handled certain tiers, and if that's the case,
Yeah.
and the modern's getting so overloaded, I would think that they would start pulling graders from those other tiers to help with the overload on the modern, which causes the other tiers to back up as well. And I think that is the biggest issue with that has happened because of this major influx of new comic book day books going to CGC constantly. I mean, I don't send books in enough for any of it to really hurt me too much because everything I send in is Silver Age stuff, Bronze Age if it's big enough that I want it slabbed. I send in stuff that I feel like I want to have it secured and protected because, the book is what it is. I just sent in a stack of books in there, and I think I had a couple go in the modern tier, but that was because they were like literally the first year of the modern tier, like 1975. But I mean, people are going to keep sending those books in. I mean, it's whatever, but I don't care. But I think that is what has caused the major backups that we're seeing. You look at the magazine tier. I mean, it's absolutely screwed. I mean, anybody that sends a Turtles book in, you are so screwed because you are not getting it back forever because everybody thought The Last Ronin was going to be the biggest thing ever, and it sucks. But people sent in millions of those Last Ronins in because they had 75 covers, so we had so many copies being sent in, and they ramped it up with the Eastman signing on top of that. Plus, because of the Ronin being so popular, all the Turtles books got popular and got hot and expensive, and then everybody cared about Turtles all of a sudden. But I think until they figure out a way to bring in more graders for that modern tier specifically, I think that is where the focus should be because I mean the modern tier is absolutely out of control, and I really think they need to adjust what that modern tier is. 75 till now, that is a humongous gap.
Humongous.
That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous, man. They should have a tier that goes back 20 years to now. And I think that should be a tier by itself, and they need to hire like 800 people to help grade that stuff.
Like honestly, I'm surprised that they don't do tiers based upon like, okay, the Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age, Copper Age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and honestly, like there's like if you Google where the Silver Age starts and stops, and a lot of people, there's a lot of people that don't even recognize like Copper Age. It's just Bronze and then Modern. So I think that would be hard to do too because there's never been any one set standard. Like it's just pretty much like an understood thing, and people can argue and have different opinions on when this started and when it stopped. And I don't know. I don't have the answer at all. That's why I'm not sitting and complaining about it. I mean, Nick did the video and stuff, like just this is what happened. Do we think it sucks? Yeah. Can we do anything about it? Probably not. I mean, there's not enough people that are not going to send books there to make a difference in it. So I mean, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
I think also too, you have a lot of people who are finding comics like in their basement or their attics, and they're like, "Oh, I want to sell these," and they're told that they're not worth anything unless they get graded.
Yeah.
So they're sending everything in, right? Like I just shared a video with you earlier this week of a guy who sent in 10 books to CGC,
and not one of them is going to be able to sell and be worth what he paid for the book plus the grading.
I mean, 2 of them were the same book, and they were True Believer copies of ASM 361.
Yeah. And like it's not like you're ripping on the guy, but it's like somebody told him that he should send those in probably. Like You know,
Yeah.
you got to do better research and really look and see if what you're sending in, if you're looking for the monetary side of it, is it actually worth sending in? And a lot of people are sending stuff in just on a you know, hope and a prayer that it blows up. And you know, for me, if I am going to send books in to get graded just to resell them, $75 for a slab is not worth me and my time of buying these books, getting them pressed, getting them cleaned, which they probably don't need anyway, packaging them up, sending them to get graded, and waiting on them, paying for the shipping there and back. Like, there's no way that that's worth my time. But you know, a lot of people make a lot of money on it, so you can't really knock it. But just for me personally, like, I can't put that effort in for $75. Like, I don't need it. I don't need the headache, and I don't need the money that bad. So I just don't do it. You know, the stuff that I like the stuff I sell and whatnot, I literally ask people, like, what do you guys want? And I write it down, and then I go look for it. And if I can get it cheap enough, I can start it at $1. Like, cool. Like, I don't care what it is. We're going to start it at $1. We're going to sell it raw. You know, that's just me. I mean, I have graded slabs that if something were to happen and they were to just really go nuts, like, I would probably let them go. And I would take that money and buy a different book that I really, really wanted. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I am the dumbass sitting here with a 9.8 Pokemon #1, right? That's the way everybody that I've showed it to feels. But I was psyched to have it, but I don't know.
Dang, James, that's awesome, dude. Get it all, man.
It's I don't know. It's a touchy subject because so many people have sit on so many different sides of the fence. Like, that's, to me, that's like CGC and getting books graded. Like, there's more than just one side, two sides of the fence on that one. I feel like it's an octagon, and it's got like separators going through it too. Like, I mean, I see guys coming to my comic shop all the time wanting to send books in. And they're like, you know, and they're asking John, like, should I send this in to get graded? Should I send this in to get graded? He's like, well, what do you want to do with it? Are you wanting to hold on to it? Is it something for you to keep? Is it something you're trying to sell now or sell later? And they're like, well, I don't know. What do you think? He's like, I can't tell you if you want to keep it or not. Like, what is your end goal with what you're going to do when the books get back from being graded? And, you know, they're like you would be surprised at how many of them are like, I don't know. I just thought that was what you're supposed to do. And it's like, what made you think that's just what you're supposed to do? Like, what do you want to do? And I feel like people don't ask themselves that question enough. Like, what do you want? Like, there's no, you're supposed to do this. Like, there's no, oh, I got AF-15. Well, I'm supposed to get that graded. There's no, I got Thor 20. Well, you're supposed to get that graded. Like, if you don't want to get it graded, don't get it graded. Would I? Yeah. But if you don't want to, then don't.
You are supposed to get AF-15 graded, though.
You can't say that. Okay. Do we want to talk about the books you got sitting in your long boxes that ain't graded? If we want to talk about books you're supposed to get graded, Justin, if we want to go to a Matt train, we can throw rocks at you all night.
Hey, what are you talking about? Hulk 181 is currently at CGC right now.
Almost 6 months later. How long did it take you to get that giant size X-Men graded, Justin? How long?
Hey, that one took me too long. I should have did that one sooner.
Mm-hmm. What about your 101? I bet that ain't graded either.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, wow. I thought you supposed to get that one graded, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, I should get that one graded.
See, is what I'm saying. Like, why have you never worried about it until now? Like, why is it now you've decided, like, this stuff needs to be graded?
I can tell you that. I can tell you 100% the reason for that. It's because I started hanging out with you assholes.
Yep.
I mean, it's literally like more people than will admit it. What they do is just influenced by what they see everybody else doing. I mean, me included. You know, Mike, I can tell you right now, my collecting style changed 100% day one that Tony Sanders said I could be on the hunt. Immediately,
I've never been never been influenced about manga or anything like that.
Right.
Ever.
Right. You know, like I never
Hey.
bought expensive books, and as soon as Tony said I could be on the hunt, bro, I went and dropped. Nick remembers, like I had freaking Dave open the shop up when they were closed because I told him I'd come in and spend enough money to pay his freaking light bill, and I did. And I had some great raw books, and then when I got beat to death with slabs, I was like, well, this isn't gonna work. So I took all those books and got them graded.
Dustin, look,
You
it's
know,
it's Imodium from Lexington Con.
Hey, Nick, speaking of you never being influenced by anyone, what is that on the shelf back there behind you?
A hot toy?
Oh, that's what it is. I couldn't
Oh,
tell. I couldn't
yeah.
tell.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dan. Like there are books that I didn't get graded for a long time because I'm like, they look so damn good in a Mylar. I don't think they're gonna look this good graded. Like they pop so good in a Mylar, and it looks great. But then, you know, I would see other people getting them graded, and I'm like, well, you know what? I want to get mine graded, dude. I want to get mine graded now too, so I can show it off on my YouTube channel and say, look what I got. You know, there's a little bit of like collector's envy. I think that everyone gets a little bit, and you know, we all want to be able to, you know, show off and flex a little bit. Like it's fun to do. You know, it's when you have something and you're proud of it. Like, yeah, for sure. You know, tell y'all right now, I just secured 2 books today off my 2022 hunt list, and they were on the like upper echelon of my hunt list, and I can't wait to show off those books and just flex on everybody. And everybody may not care, but I am just jacked about having them, and I'm gonna get them graded. I just am. I think that they're books that are worth getting graded in my eyes and should be graded. As far as my books go, like they're books that I want to have graded, so I'm gonna do it. But you know, 3 years ago, nah, bro, I would have left them raw. I would have left them raw. All my books were raw a few years ago. But, you know, I've gotten to where now I'm building an entire wall, doing a slab wall. And I like the way it looks, I like the way it displays. My biggest reason for doing graded right now is I got tired of having all my books sitting in short boxes beside my desk. And I put all this money into these books. And I tried to display them on top loaders on the wall with the stuff that Nick was using, but I couldn't get it to work and they kept falling off the wall. And that bothered me. So I'm like, I want to build a slab wall and be able to sit at my desk and look right here and say, man, this is awesome. This is where I've been spending my money. And I'm super proud of what I got here. And when people come over to my house, family members or whatever that don't understand all this, and I bring them up here and show them, and I start telling them the history behind this book and that book. And then, you know, we start talking about how much they're worth and what I paid for them. And like, you're able to have other people that have no knowledge about this hobby look at what you have and say, okay, that's pretty damn cool.
You know, truthfully, I've been thinking about your slab wall a lot lately, and it's got me questioning and considering selling everything behind me and setting up my own.
Your own what?
Okay.
My own slab wall? Yeah.
I mean, I think you're 100% full of crap on selling the stuff behind you, but I still think it would be an awesome idea for you to have slabs that go with your hot toys, and dude, it would look fantastic back there for your hot toys to have slabs
next to them,
behind them. Even I think it would look awesome. Dan says, my situation is I literally have my own private comic store, but I buy and never sell them. Dan has got some awesome books, man. I thought I was hot shit when I got that Fantastic 425. Boy, he's got 4 of them. And I still, like, I swear it's crazy. Like, after I bought mine, and I had told Nick and Justin, I was like, I think this book is kind of slept on. Like, I think it is. And like the book has went up in price a lot. When I bought my 2.5, I spent like $80 over the current FMV in that grade. Now, this book has never been pressed and cleaned. It is riddled with pressable defects. I think I'll be able to bump it at least 2 grades, but I didn't care. I wanted the book, and that was the most affordable one, and I was going to buy it, and wasn't nobody going to take it away from me. I was going to keep bidding until I won. So, but But yeah, I mean, it's just like with the CGC. I hate that I just said that. It's just like I don't like that I said that. But with the CGC price increases, like, what do you? There's nothing we can really do to change it. Like in all seriousness, we can say that we're just gonna not send books to them. We're gonna send them to CBCS or not get them graded. There's not enough people that are gonna do that. That you're really gonna make them do anything about it. Like they know they have us by the nads and the short and curlies, and they're not gonna let go.
So I know that this is their second increase in less than a year. What was the first price increase? How much did it go up?
I think it went up like $2. Plus, they got rid of one of the grading tiers and merged it with another one, which
Okay.
caused the one that went away to go up like $5, I think.
So it went up $2, then it went up $2 again.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking on like
their
bottom.
magazine tier this time is gone up by like $30.
Yeah.
And
No, it was
for the signature series, it's went up like $45.
Let me tell you the percentage.
I'm gonna answer Dan's comment.
It's gone up by about 33% over the course of the year.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty significant. I mean, Dan said my worry about a slab wall is light, especially sunlight damaging covers. Well, I was worried about that a little bit too, and you can see where my slab wall is here, and I got blackout curtains for my room. So when I turn off my studio lighting, it don't matter if it is at noon on a Saturday in July in Georgia, it is pitch black in here. Look, you're Daredevil walking around in here. The blackout curtains are really nice, and you can even go a step further and get black blinds and blackout curtains, and I mean they work great. The only light in my room that is ever on is when I'm in here, and it's my studio light, which I'll show you, points at the ceiling away from my comics. So the light's never on long enough to hurt them. Plus I use LEDs, which is supposed to help too. But I mean, unless like some comic book stores I've seen where they've got the slabs literally sitting in front of the window and just absolutely deteriorating everything because they've been sitting in front of a window for 10 years. That's a problem. But, there's definitely precautions you can take to keep the sunlight off of them and stuff like that. I mean, I don't spend as much time up here as I used to, but even when I did, like, I don't have enough light in here that's going to hurt my books. I really don't. And that's by design too. So hopefully that'll help you out with that, man. And you can get blackout curtains cheap, man, at like Walmart, like really good ones at Walmart. So
they also make a film that prevents UV light.
Yeah, Nick put those on his windows in his old office.
Yep. So what am I doing? It's 11 o'clock. I have to leave my house tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. to meet Dustin. So I am trying to pack up everything.
I would almost feel bad for you, but I've already worked an hour by that time every day of the week, and I still have to get up early in the morning. So
better set my alarm.
Good question, Ryan. We're actually working on revamping that because some of our sponsors have had some issues with getting product in that is very meaningful to the Bro Box, i.e. the freaking box. So we're brainstorming to try to figure out what the heck we're actually going to do and how we're going to evolve that into something that is still cool, but we're working on that. So we're trying to rework a lot of things right now. So if you guys just be patient with us, that'd be awesome.
Well, I think it's that time.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the pain in my back from sitting here too long.
Justin gets naked and shows off his man fur.
Yeah, I'm right about there too, Kachung. I'm out the house by 5 o'clock at the latest, and we start at 6. So, but this week has been rough. Oh my gosh, I was up on the 27th story of that building working on the roof today, and that wind Oh my God, that wind was blowing so hard.
That's
It
what she
was
said.
it was horrible. I thought my eyeballs were going to be chapped. That's how bad it was.
Well,
And then I had to run down 13 or 14 stories to find a porta-john at one point. So that was great.
well, guys, don't forget, this is a thing now.
It is the thing.
What's the thing now?
The first appearance of Super Massive Team, $5.99 oversized, the exclusive
It
trade
is an
dress
oversized edition. You guys see their cover price of $5.99. So it's going to be a big book. And I'm telling you guys, not even just because we have the exclusive, like, get your cover A's on this one, man. Like this, I think this book has definitely got some speculative potential because Image is definitely putting a lot into this team. It is going to be the start of what they hope will be something very big.
It will be on the back.
It will absolutely, of course. Yes, it will. Along with my comic shop, Syndicate Comics and Collectibles. You guys, you're not just supporting us, you're supporting them. And they have given tons to this channel through giveaways for you guys in the past. Our last giveaway literally was 100% funded by Syndicate Comics. I walked in, told them we had a giveaway going on. Can we help? I mean, if you want. And literally, I mean, Nick, how much do you think all that was worth? I mean, it was a ridiculous amount of stuff that they gave us. I mean, they have been really, really good to us. So we were super excited when they asked us about doing this. And so, like I said, you're not just supporting us, you're helping support them. And that's important to us too. You guys know how we feel about our local comic shops.
Justin, anything fun you're doing lately?
No, I have no life because my oldest is about to turn 3, and my youngest will turn 1 2 months after that. And I'm just tired all of the time. Look, I'm so tired. You can see it. You can just see it.
I could tell you about tired, boy. Tell you what. And if you guys want to get some good deals on some books, I'm telling you, I got some major books going up for sale on Sunday, 11 o'clock over on Whatnot. Two Brothers Comics. We're starting them at $1. We got a first Rhino. We got a first Falcon. We got Cap 109. We got ASM 40 and 41. Tons of Spawn. I got like 50-something issues of Spawn, almost an entire run, early Spawn, including a Spawn number 3, which, like I said on Instagram, I don't know if it's just me, but I never see Spawn 3. I see 1 all the time. I see 2 all the time. I see 4 all the time. I never see 3. That's the first time I've ever had one in my hand. I almost didn't want to let it go, but and I got a ton of Silver Surfer, and it's all near mint, and tons of it is newsstands. Some great Silver Surfer covers in there. I was going through those. They were awesome. Comic Kid 84. I got those from him, and he takes care of his stuff, man. He takes care of it good. So y'all come see me on Sunday, man. Come hang out.
What books am I working on? All of them. Working on all the books.
Are we going to charge for a signature at the cons? No. The only
I will be doing Sabretooth remarks if you find me at a con.
Gosh. It's $5 for Deegan to sign the copy. He's the artist. But like if you see us at a con and you actually want us to write our names on them, like you want that chicken scratch, like
I'll just put a sticker on it for you in place of my name.
Yeah, like we might just have to come up with like some sticker signatures to do.
We'll handprint them on the back.
Cap, what's going on, brother? Hope you and Miss Tori are doing well.
Well, fellows, y'all can keep chatting. I'm about to call it a night.
Yeah, my back is killing me, and I am so tired. It cost a beer. No. Can we get a yellow label from 2BC? No, we are not CGC certified yet. I don't know if we're gonna go that route. I don't think so. I don't feel like that's something that people would want. But I think Deegan is working on trying to get that done though for himself. So maybe if we do another one with Deegan, there'll be some CGC yellow labels available. I don't know. Depends on how this one does. We may do it again. We may not. We'll see. But yeah, we appreciate everybody hanging out. Even though I'm the only one looking at the camera, you guys have been great
Sorry, I was
tonight.
reading something.
We didn't do the Babble-On for like 3 months, and I still can't get these guys to hold their attention for a little bit. But I am here for you guys. Okay, tired, got to get up early, just like these two. But I'm here for you guys as always. They do not care.
Whoa. Hold on. I think we might actually be sold out of the sign and remark ones already.
Oh, the 10 sign and remarked issues are.
There's one more in stock.
There's one more left for that signed and remarked issue. That's awesome. But guys, seriously, we appreciate everyone being patient with us while we had a hiatus and took a break. It was much needed for everyone. And hopefully we're ready to get back in here and get to working hard. And I put up a poll on our community tab of content you guys would like to see. If you have not cast your vote on that poll, please do so we know what direction to continue in, because right now we're still trying to figure that out. And if we can get you what you want instead of throwing it up against the wall and seeing what sticks, that'd be great for everybody, including you. So guys, hope you enjoyed the show. Keep an eye out for content coming up this week. We're not sure yet what's coming, but something's coming. It's all coming. That's right. And again, we do have 2 more announcements coming. You guys only got the first announcement. We have 2 more announcements coming.
It's coming too.
The big one hasn't happened. So that one's coming, and there's some other stuff coming and whatnot. So
there's some stuff coming and whatnot.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how everything works out. Thanks for the support, guys. Thanks for hanging out all night. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. If you're not subscribed and you're watching on the replay, you made it this far, please make sure you do that. Share our channel, our content, the exclusive. Put it out on the Facebook group. Share it with your friends on Instagram. Your word of mouth is how we're going to grow and continue to do this and do it better. So we need you guys for that, and we appreciate all the support so far. You guys have a good night. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next weekend right here for the Two Brothers Comics Live Comic Book Babble-On with Comic Book Pro Justin Birch, the mustache Nicholas, and me, your favorite part of Two Brothers Comics. Big bangers on the way. Guys, make sure, as always, collect your way.
Collect your way.
That was a bar.
Mustache your way.